Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session. I hope you all can hear me. The topic for today is, since we are done with the verbs, we will discuss the adverbs today and the different types of adverbs.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Okay. So adverbs are one of the unique aspects of the English language, and the reason I say unique is because it's not just a word that modifies a particular type of a word. It can even modify an entire sentence. So an adverb is a word that modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, another adverb, or even a whole sentence. Okay? So basically, they tell you how something is happening. Okay, what is the extent? What is the degree? What is the extent at which something is happening? We'll look at the examples as we move along. There are different types of adverbs. We'll see if we can cover as many as possible. Okay, start. Jaspreet, go ahead, read the first slide.
Yes, sir. What are adverbs? An adverbs is a word that modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. Adverbs with adjectives. The difference between an adverb and an adjective is the following. An adjective modify a noun. Lisa
Modifies.
is pretty.
Plural.
Modifies a noun. Lisa, example, Lisa is pretty. The adjective pretty modifies the noun Lisa. An adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Example, that movie is extremely captivating.
Captivating.
Captivating. The adverb extremely modifies the adjective captivating. She sings melodiously. The adverb melodiously modifies the verb sing. He fared really well. The adverb really modifies the adverb well.
Very good, thank you. In the first sentence, Lisa is pretty. If I add the word very, okay, Lisa is very pretty, that becomes what? Very becomes the adverb in that case, okay? So when you look at that example, it says Lisa is pretty. Pretty obviously modifies the noun Lisa. If I add very, it will modify the adjective pretty. So in this case, the adverb is the one that modifies the adjective. Okay. So the second one, an adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Similarly, so Lisa is very pretty. वैसा example, that movie is captivating. अगर मैं सिर्फ कहूँ that movie is captivating, it's still fine. It's grammatically correct sentence. Captivating, something that is fascinating, something that is engrossing, जो आपका attention पूरी तरह से capture कर ले. That's called captivating. So something that kind of engages you deeply. So the moment I add is extremely captivating, what am I doing? I'm indicating how captivating it is. The same sentence, if I say that movie is fairly captivating, then the meaning changes. Fairly matlab काफी हद तक है captivating, but it does not mean that it's completely captivating or completely or extremely captivating. Fairly would mean काफी हद तक, basically. Okay. So obviously the usage, whatever the adverb you use, that would have an impact on the meaning of the sentence. When I use the word fairly, that movie is fairly captivating, it means reasonably, okay, or sufficiently, adequately captivating. मतलब जितना होना चाहिए उधर तक है. लेकिन the moment I say extremely captivating means आपने imagine नहीं किया था उतना ज्यादा अच्छा और उतना ज्यादा engrossing है movie. She sings melodiously. आवाज जो है वो बहुत ही melodious है. Third one, he fared really well. Here, he fared really well basically means he fared really well could be in terms of examination. अच्छे marks आए, scored good grades, got good percentage. So he fared really well. He fared well will be also a grammatically correct sentence, but the moment I add really means that the speaker is indicating that to what extent did the person fare. So to a certainly a very good extent. So that's why the speaker is highlighting that fact with by using the adverb really. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Aryan, go ahead, read the next slide. Aryan, can you hear me? Just give me a minute, guys. Some of our learners are still joining. I will quickly add them. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yes, Aryan, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next slide. Just a minute. For our learners who probably just joined, we just started with the topic, what are adverbs? We know adverbs are unique because they not only modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, they can sometimes modify the entire sentence as well. The difference between adverbs and adjectives is that adjectives modifies a noun. Lisa is pretty. Pretty is the adjective that modifies the noun Lisa. If I add Lisa is very pretty, very will be the word that modifies the adjective pretty. So that's why it will become the adverb. Similarly, that movie is extremely captivating. Even if I say that movie is captivating, it's fine. But the moment I add extremely, I'm showing a certain degree or level of how engrossing is the movie. So the extent at which it is captivating is extremely captivating. She sings melodiously. How does she sing? You ask yourself a question, you get the answer melodiously. He fared really well. अच्छे marks आए exam में basically. कितना अच्छा किया? काफी अच्छा किया. That's what it means. So काफी हद तक basically. All right. Go ahead, Aryan. Read the next slide. Read the passage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mr.
Miss.
Miss Twine immediately called the ambulance when she saw her dad palpitate aggressively. It was the most horrible state she had ever seen her dad in. Her dad in. He had always lived
Start
a
again.
healthy
Can you
life.
start again? I want you to read a little more clearly.
Okay, sir. Miss Twan immediately called the ambulance when she saw her dad palpitate aggressively. It was the most horrible state she had ever seen her dad in. He had always lived a healthy life, working peacefully as a school teacher in Yorkshire. He had never ever taken a medical leave as a teacher there. The words immediately, aggressively, peacefully, ever, always, never, there are adverbs.
Very good. Thank you. So Miss Twain immediately called the ambulance when she saw her dad palpitate aggressively. Palpitate basically means dhadakna. So it's like, when the heart beats rapidly or fast, irregularly, that's what you call palpitation or palpitate. Okay. So you understand that the person's condition is probably not right because the person is breathing heavy or, you understand that is palpitating. So Miss Twain immediately called the ambulance when she saw her dad palpitate aggressively. It was the most horrible state she had ever seen her dad in. He had always lived a healthy life, working peacefully as a school teacher in Yorkshire. He had never even taken any medical leaves as a teacher there. Okay. All right. So now in the sentence, first let's look at immediately. If you remove the word immediately, you can still say Miss Twain called the ambulance when she saw her dad palpitate aggressively. You ask yourself a question, kitna jaldi kiya? Immediately. So that's the extent. So you understand how fast was it? How was her dad palpitating? Aggressively. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा जोर से उनका दिल धड़क रहा था और he was feeling uneasy. It was the most horrible state she had ever. Here again, I'm stressing on the words which are adverbs which will indicate a certain a degree or extent of something. If you look at all the sentences, they'll show you certain extent or degree at which something happened. किस तरह से हुआ आप ये पूछते हैं, कितना जल्दी कॉल किया immediately, किस तरह से how was he feeling, how was he palpitating aggressively. It was not just a normal or it was not just simple kind of palpitation, it was very fast, so aggressive. He had always lived a healthy life. Again, talks here about adverbs of time here in this case. Always lived a healthy life, working how? Peacefully. As a school teacher, had he ever taken any medical leaves? No, he had never even taken. So never here again talks about the time that kabhi bhi nahi liya tha. So these are the words that are adverbs because they, most of the sentences, they would modify the other verbs or another adjectives or the adverbs or the entire sentence. Okay. All right. I will allow you all to just go through the passage once. There is a word that is used here as an adverb. Basically, it is used to indicate a position. So like in, at, or that, or a particular position. So that's why there is used here as an adverb. Even when you say, hello, is anyone there? Hello there. That's also when you use the word there as a adverb. The other way you can use there is when you use it as an exclamation. But here, obviously, it's used here as an adverb in this case. Okay. Let's continue. If you all have any questions during the passage reading, please feel free to ask. I think that was the only word that was probably the meaning, palpitate. Apart from that, I think it's pretty straightforward vocabulary. Ajanta, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yes, sir. What are the different types of adverbs? Most adverbs tell us how, in what way, when, where, and to what extent something is done. In other words, they describe the manner, place, frequency, or time of an action. There are some examples. He speaks slowly. Slowly is an adverb of manner. It answers, how does he speak? She lived there. There is an adverb or place. It answers, where did she live? We will leave tonight. Tonight is an adverb of time. It answers, when will we leave? She never goes out late. Never is an adverb of frequency. It answers, how often does she go out late?
Very good. Very good. So when we talk about adverbs, as I mentioned earlier, we all know that there are different types of adverbs. Talk about manner, place, frequency, time, or time of an action. Sometimes some of the adverbs can get confusing. You can get confused in terms of whether it's time or frequency. When you get confused, just ask yourself a question as to the difference between, what is the difference between time and frequency? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between time and frequency? There's some sound in the background. Please be on mute. Yeah. Anyone? Yes. What is the difference between time and frequency per se? Just simple meaning.
Time is in Hindi, samay, and frequency is something happening continuously in a particular time limit.
Not continuously, but maybe what you're explaining is right, but not the exact words. Not continuously, but yeah, in a way, yes. Yeah, I got it. I got your explanation. Anyone else wants to?
Frequency means how many times we have done that work.
Excellent. That's exactly the accurate way of putting it across. Anyone else? So that's correct. Yeah. Yes, Raji, you were saying something.
Yes, sir. Time here in case of adverb, time and frequency, sir. So time means when. We need to ask today, tomorrow, tonight. And in case of frequency, you need to ask how often. Sometimes like that.
Excellent. That is exactly the right explanation. So when you are confused about time or frequency ka hai, क्या कौन सा एडवर्ब है, या तो टाइम का है या फ्रीक्वेंसी का है. Whenever there is a confusion, simple question पूछिए, कब हुआ, कितनी बार हुआ. कब हुआ, then it talks about the time, right? So here when you talk about we'll leave tonight, एक ही बार जाने की बात कर रहा है, right? We are talking about going tonight. So tonight is an adverb of time here because it refers to the time the speaker is referring to in terms of leaving. And when you talk about frequency, you talk about how many times or how often, basically, how often does someone do something. So in this case, it says, she never goes out late. Kabhi, never here, the reason it's about frequency is because kitni baar bahar jati hai, itna late, that's the question you need to ask. The answer is she never goes out late. So ये हो गया frequency. क्या frequency है उसकी बाहर जाने की इतना late, या क्या frequency है किसी चीज की होने की, कोई भी frequency नहीं है. There's nothing because it doesn't happen, so there's no frequency. Or it happens, let's say, once a month, once a fortnight, once in a week, once in 6 months, twice a year, thrice a year. The festival takes place, or the festival is organized twice a year by this committee or by this organization. So twice a year would be, in terms of reference, would be kitni baar ho raha hai, twice a year. Okay, so that's when you can understand the difference between the time and the frequency. Here in my sentence, twice a year, twice will be the adverb. Okay, and when is it organized? Was organized last year, will be organized later this year. Okay, that's when you can use it in terms of the time and frequency, the difference. The manner is very easy to understand. किस तरह से, right? So किस तरह से बात करता है, बहुत धीरे बात करता है. So you understand the manner in which someone does something or something happens. Manner is probably the easiest way to understand is the easiest of the adverbs to understand. Place again is similar to, time talks about when, place talks about where, kahan par ho raha hai. Yeah. So she lived there. The previous sentence was also in terms of place. He had never even taken any medical leaves as a teacher there. Okay, there. Kahan par? Wahan par. So there is a adverb of place in this case. Okay. Some rules that we'll go through when we, so let's continue. Shivani, go ahead, read the next slide.
Adverb rules. Regular adverbs. Adverbs in English often end in ly. These adverbs, ly. Okay. These adverbs are formed by adding ly to the end of an adjective. Adjective plus ly. Examples: adjective, slow, adverb, slowly. Beautiful, beautifully. Careful, carefully. Violent, violently. Spelling rules: true, truly. The silent E is dropped and add ly. Happy, happily. Y becomes I and add ly. Possible, possibly. E after a consonant is dropped and ly is added. Full, fully. After double A, Y is added. Phonetic. It's a phonetic.
Phonetic, yes, phonetic.
Yeah.
Something that happens very fast.
Phonetic too. After adjective ending in, IC add ALLY. There is an exception: public, publicly. Sir, I want to know what is meaning of phonetic.
Phonetic has two meanings. Here, the two meanings of phonetic are either something that is expressed with great energy, okay, or excessive zeal or energy, or the other phonetic also means an extremist. Like, for example, a person who is excessively filled with a particular religious or a political cause. Radical जिसे कहते हैं, radical. So extremist extremist, radical, devotee, these are the synonyms of fanatic.
So we can use, this is adjective. Fanatic is adjective, right?
Yes, here in this case, it is used as adjective, basically, in terms of, so the example that I gave about extremist or devotee or radical, that is used as a noun. Here it's used as an adjective. That's what I said when I said कि बहुत ही filled with expressing excessive energy. That's what it means. So his fanatic energy, rubbed on all of us. Basically, means that he was extremely energetic about whatever he was doing. So here it's an adjective. You add ly, it becomes fanatically. How did the person do something? He was behaving fanatically. Okay. So there's an exception to the rule. It says public. You can, publicly, obviously is the right word in this case. Kis tarah se kiya? Publicly declare kiya. So public and publicly. Let's look at the first here. Regular adjectives in English often end with ly. These adverbs are formed by adding ly. Adverbs in English often end with ly. That's correct. Slow, slowly, beautiful, beautifully, careful, carefully, violent, violently. In terms of spelling, there are certain rules given here where you simply remove E if the E is added in that particular word. You remove E, you add ly, it becomes true, becomes truly. Happy, already there's a double consonant P, so you don't need to double it. Simply add ILY, it becomes happily. Possible, you remove E. That's the exception. जो exception दिया है वो तो possible आप E निकाल दो, ly add कर दो, becomes possibly. Full, fully, obviously again double consonants ll, so you don't need to worry about that. You simply add a y, it becomes fully. Fanatic becomes fanatically. So these are some adverbs. We'll look at the adverbs of time, frequency, manner in the different way once we are done with the topic. Okay, so let's complete the exercise first. Pratap, go ahead, read the next slide.
Yes, sir. You all the
Very good. Here the spelling is the first one. I am truly grateful to you. मैं सच में आपका आभारी हूँ जो भी आपने मदद की उसके लिए. So I am truly grateful to you for all your help. Correct. Meera, go ahead. Read the next slide.
She loudly shouted out her dissent.
She loudly shouted out her dissent. Dissent means what? Disagreement. Disagreement. Asahmati जिसे कहते हैं. Disapproval. So noun here basically in this case used as a noun. Disagreement. आप किसी चीज का अगर आपको conflict हो या आपको ये हो objection हो, so उसे आप express कर रहे हो. That's called a dissent. So she loudly shouted out her dissent at whatever. या तो कुछ vote हुआ या तो किसी चीज पर discussion हुआ, कोई decision लिया गया, and the person did not agree with it. She had an objection, so she loudly shouted out her dissent. Right. Tarup, go ahead. Read the next slide.
However, this is not the only way to form an adverb. Many adverbs do not end in ly. This is a list of adverbs that don't follow the rule. Fast, fast. Hard, hard. Late, late. Early, early. Daily, daily. Note that hard and hardly mean very different thing. Hard means difficult, requiring a lot of effort, while hardly means very little, almost not.
Yeah, good. So when you look at these examples, like for example, the first word fast. Now fast has two things, the two meanings. One can be used as an adjective. The other way you can use as an adverb. When, like for example, if I say he was driving too fast, in this sentence, what is the word fast used here as? Adverb or adjective?
Adjective. Adverb.
Adverb, yeah. You ask yourself a question, how was he driving? He was driving too fast. So इसका मतलब क्या है? Quickly or rapidly, कोई चला रहा है गाड़ी at a high speed. You use it as an adverb. If I say, I own a fast and powerful car, what is the word fast here as?
Adjective.
Adjective. I'm talking about what the quality of the car. So that's why it's an adjective. So simple. So there are words which, have obviously different, and like, for example, the fast is one word which can actually mean, which can be used in terms of a verb as well as a noun. Like, for example, if I say, she has kept a 5-day fast, for example. Here, what is fast? She has kept a 5-day fast. Upvas rakha hai basically. What is the?
She didn't eat and drink.
I'm asking what is the usage? Adverb, adjective, verb, noun. What is it?
Adjective, sir.
No. Guys, the simple sentence. She has kept a 5-day fast. आप क्या चीज को define कर रहे हो? Fast, right? So what is it? Noun or an adjective or an adverb or a verb?
Sir,
Noun is
verb,
first
sir.
is noun.
Noun.
Stative verb, sir.
कहाँ से adjective or verb हो गया? Guys, under simple. There's no action, so it does not talk about. It cannot be a verb. There is no extent or the speed, so it cannot be an adverb. There is no quality defined here. Something that is moving or moving at a high speed, speedy, quick, rapid. वो तो नहीं है. ना तो मैं तेजी के बारे में बात कर रहा हूँ. What am I defining? I am defining a type of something that the person has kept. So what the meaning here is, the act of fasting is what I'm talking about. So in this case, the period of abstinence or the period of fasting, when you define something, is what? It's a noun. So simple, fast. She's kept a 5-day fast. Here the fast is what? It's a noun. Okay. The other thing can be in terms of verb, like for example, he was fasting, or to abstain. The actual act of abstaining from food, that you can use, like fasting is a word that can be used as a verb as well in a particular sentence. So that's why we discussed the first example, because the fast is one of the words that can be used in multiple ways. Your meaning should determine what is the the part of speech that you are referring to. Now, the other example given here, hard and hardly, yeah, very true that the meanings are extremely different. Okay, hardly is clearly, an adverb. Okay, basically means barely or not much. Like for example, let's say the current house or the house in which I lived was hardly bigger than a hut, for example. मतलब मैं जिस घर में रहता था वो कुछ ही हद तक, मतलब मुश्किल से जिसे कहते हैं, that's called hardly. So the house in which I lived was hardly bigger than a hut. मतलब मुश्किल से एक hut से बड़ा होगा. So hardly here, scarcely, barely, not quite, rarely. These are synonyms of the word hardly. Means a very different thing. Okay, and hard obviously means difficult and requiring a lot of effort. Okay, so hard again is one of the words which can be used in terms of adjective as well as an adverb. So now when for example, if I say they work hard at school, in this sentence, what is the word hard used as? An adjective or an adverb?
Adjective.
Adverb होगा, sir.
Anyone else?
Adverb, sir.
Anyone else?
What is the question, sir? Sorry.
The sentence is they work hard at school. यहाँ पर hard किस तरह से use किया है? Adverb or adjective? यहाँ पर दिया है, guys. The explanation is given here. Means very difficult or requiring a lot of effort. So how do they work? You ask yourself a question. They work very hard. They work hard at school. So obviously it's an adverb. It's an adverb, guys. How can it be an adjective? It's an adverb. They work with great deal of effort. किस तरह से काम करते हैं? The manner. Adverb, hard. They work hard at school. Okay. You can use it as an adjective when you talk about something like, for example, a hard mattress. I have a hard mattress. Okay. Or like, for example, he got a hard blow to the head. मतलब लगा किसी तरह, किसी जोर से लगा किसी को. So with a great deal of force or strength. That's when you use the word hard as an adjective. But here in the sentence, they work hard at school. Hard is obviously used as an adverb. Okay, so it basically means requiring a lot of effort. Similarly, late. Okay, so late here refers to what? Adverb of
Time.
Excellent.
Time.
Very good. Excellent. This word also can be used as an adjective. Like for example, he was punished for his late arrival. Okay, or something that happens after doing something or taking place after an expected time or unusual time. That's when you use it as an adjective. The moment you say expected at an improper time, like for example, she arrived late. Kab aayi wo? She arrived late. Here you understand it's not talking about it's not an adjective. Here you're talking about when did the person arrive. So here you're talking about what? The time in this case. So that's why late is an adverb of time. You're right. So she arrived late. He was late to school, for example. Okay. The other word here, lately is also an adverb. Obviously, lately का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of lately? Lately.
आजकल.
Recently, yes, very true.
In दिनों
हाल ही में जिसे कहते हैं, हाल ही में, या हाल में.
sir, I want to know what is meaning of readily.
Sorry.
Readily.
आसानी से, something that is something that is done without any hesitation, willingly, basically. किसी भी हिचकिचाहट के बगैर होता है उसको readily, like for example, is readily available. He readily agreed to, he was readily excited, or he readily agreed to come with us, for example, without any hesitation. आसानी से जो हो जाए वो, that's called readily.
Okay, thank you.
Daily, obviously we know daily again. Yeah, daily is what? An adverb of time or frequency.
Time of frequency, yeah.
I'm asking time or frequency.
Frequency.
Something that happens every day. Okay. So the exhibition or the museum is open daily, for example. Here in this case, I'm using the word daily as an adverb of frequency. Daily. Kitne din? Daily is open daily. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's continue. Who just read the slide? Tarub, you read this slide, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Nemichan, go ahead. Read the next slide.
Okay, sir. I am tired because I have been working hardly.
Hardly कैसे होगा?
So, sir.
अगर ये कहोगे आपके I've been tired because I've been hardly working, then it's a problem. So yeah, I've been working hard. मैं बहुत मेहनत से काम कर रहा हूँ. Yes, I'm tired because I work hard. So that's what it means. I'm tired because I've been working hard. So कहते हैं ना कई बार, are you working hard or are you hardly working? What is the difference between the two sentences? Are you working hard or are you hardly working? What is the difference between these two sentences?
Work hard.
Sir, I am working
Work
hard. It
hard
means
work.
this is adverb, ma'am. Adverb, sir.
मैं meaning पूछ रहा हूँ. What is the difference between the meaning of the sentences?
I am working hard means मैं कठिन काम कर रहा हूँ.
मैं मेहनत कर रहा हूँ.
Yes.
Working very hard, yes. And what is the second sentence? Hardly working means what?
मुश्किल से काम कर रहा हूँ.
Exactly. So I am hardly working. मैं मुश्किल से काम कर रहा हूँ, और I am working hard basically बहुत मेहनत से काम कर रहा हूँ. Correct. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Vaishnavi, go ahead. Read the next slide.
The court is
Court. The court is.
the court is practically used. I will hardly.
एक second. Word क्या है? Unused. फिर से पढ़िए. The court is practically unused.
The court is practically unused. I will hardly want you.
I have hardly worn it. पहना. Worn. Okay. The coat is practically unused. मतलब ये coat जो है ये hardly, मतलब एक हाथ बार मैंने पहना होगा, मतलब practically unused ही है, ज़्यादा use नहीं किया हुआ है, बिल्कुल. I have hardly worn it. मतलब मैंने बहुत ही कम पहना है, एक हाथ बार शायद पहना होगा, इसलिए practically unused. I have hardly worn it. जब मुश्किल से मैंने एक हाथ बार पहना होगा. That's the meaning of the sentence. Okay. Sanjay, can you hear me? Sanjay, can you hear me? Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Yes, Sanjay, can you hear me? You're on mute at the moment.
Sir, your voice not properly, sir. It's network issue, sir.
I can hear you now. Go ahead, read the next slide. Page 10 पढ़िए. पढ़िए, read the sentence. Sanjay, can you read the sentence? पूरा sentence पढ़िए. No problem. Pratap, go ahead, read the sentence.
Don't walk so fast.
Don't walk so fast.
Did you?
Yeah, good. Don't walk so fast. I can't keep up with you. मतलब इतना जल्दी तेज मत चलो, मैं तुम्हारे साथ नहीं चल पा रहा हूँ. So don't walk so fast. I can hardly keep up with you. To keep up means to be, to be able to be with someone, okay, and match someone's pace. To keep up with basically means to match someone's pace. Here in this case, the pace is referring to the person, walking at a particular speed. So don't walk so fast. I can't keep up with you. Okay. All right. Friska, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead, read the next slide.
A sense of outrage which slowly changed to shame.
Read the sentence again.
A sense of outrage which slowly changed to shame.
What is the meaning of the word outrage, Friska?
Outrage is out of area, I think.
No. Outrage basically means anger, rage. Okay. Outrage basically means resentment, a strong, extremely strong reaction of anger, shock, or indignation. So here basically it means anger, a sense of outrage which slowly changed to shame. So for example, what do you understand from this sentence? When I say the outrage basically means anger, what do you understand? Probably what context can the sentence be, used in?
A big angry, maybe.
So let's say someone was first angry and then slowly changed to shame. Like, for example, let's say you and your friends or a group of people are protesting about something, okay? Are protesting, let's say, we come across instances where someone is found guilty of committing a crime, okay? And that person belongs to a particular community. Now, the community is extremely angry because the person, one among them, has been charged and is found guilty or has been, held responsible, accountable by the police. Now they protest. There is outrage in the community. They go out on the streets. They protest in front of the courthouse, etc. And then slowly, as the facts are presented, it turns out that the guy was actually responsible for committing that crime. So now what happened is a sense of outrage. Initially, I was very angry that a person from my community was charged, was charged with something, criminal offense. And then we realized that he or she actually committed that crime. So my emotion swings from anger to shame. That could be one of the contexts of this particular sentence. Understand? Anyone has any doubt about what is the meaning of the sentence?
Okay, I'm understand now.
Okay. Anyone else has any question about the sentence? What is the meaning of the sentence? I hope it's clear. पहले गुस्सा था, बाद में पता चला कि वो जिस चीज के लिए आप इतना गुस्सा दिखा रहे हो या you are trying to defend someone, आपको बाद में पता चलता है कि that actually is true, वो सच है और आपका गुस्सा जो है वो गलत है. So then your sense of outrage basically changes to shame. You feel ashamed of what has happened basically. Right, that's the meaning of the sentence. Shobha, go ahead, read the next slide.
Some objective changes their form when they become adverbs. Good, well.
Some adjectives change their form when they become adverbs. Good becomes well. That's correct. We'll look at some examples. Go ahead. Read the next slide, Shobha.
I play tennis, but I am not very good at it.
I play tennis, but I'm not very good at it. Yes, मैं tennis खेलता तो हूँ या खेलती हूँ, but मैं उतनी अच्छी नहीं हूँ उसमें. So I'm not very good at it. Friska, you had a question for me? I saw your hand was up. You have a question for me?
Oh, no.
No? Okay, that's fine. No problem. No problem. Ajanta, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next slide.
He could not sleep very well last night.
Yeah, he could not sleep very well last night. Yeah. So here, the example given was some adjectives change their form when they become adverbs. So here, in this case, if you ask yourself a question, I play tennis, but are you good at it? No, I'm not very good at it. So here in this case, in this sentence, but I'm not very good at it, very is the adverb in this particular case, right? Good is used here as an adjective. In the second sentence, the moment you change the sentence here, she could not sleep well last night. How? The manner here, well is the adverb in this particular case. Okay. Shima, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, read the next slide.
George's English is extremely good. First one is.
So in this case, extremely is an adverb. Good is what? The adjective in this case. Okay. So is extremely good. Extremely is the adverb in this case. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Aryan, go ahead, read the next slide.
George speak English extremely well.
George speaks English extremely well. Okay, similar meaning.
Yes, sir.
Extremely well. Okay. How well does he speak? Extremely well. Meera, go ahead. Read the next slide.
Yes, sir. Things to remember. Many words are not adverbs,
Not.
although
No,
not
nahi hota hai wo. Not. Not is how you pronounce the word.
not adverbs, although they end in ly. Here are examples of adjectives that end in ly. Example: a lovely gift, a lonely girl,
Lonely.
and lonely girl,
Lonely.
and lonely.
Yes.
A lonely girl, an elderly person, a friendly attendant. To decide whether a word is an adverb, ask questions with how, where, and when. Example: how does Mary speak Spanish?
Spanish.
She speaks Spanish fluently. Where do the kids play cricket? They play cricket here. When did she write the email to her son? She wrote the email immediately.
She wrote the email immediately. So, yes, the words like, when you look at that sentence, like, for example, he gave me a lovely gift. I'm not describing, I'm not talking about how wonderful the gift was. I'm simply stating that that gift was lovely. So I'm talking, the word lovely is modifying the noun gift in this case. So that's why it's an adjective. It's not an adverb. Similarly, lonely girl, an elderly person, a friendly attendant. So just because the word ends with ly, that does not mean that it's an adverb. Of course, you need to ask yourself certain questions. What are those questions? Those questions you can understand by using these tricks here, these questions. How, where, and when. How, kis tarah se kuch hua hai? Where, kahan par hua hai? When, kab hua hai? Okay, so where and when. The first one, how does Mary speak Spanish? मतलब यहाँ पर already पता है कि वो Spanish बोलती है, Spanish ज़बान बात करती है. That is something that the speaker already knows. The person is asking how. Does she speak very fluently? Does she speak fluently? Does she speak not so fluently? Is she still learning it? Or, what is the level of her Spanish, basically? So the answer is she speaks Spanish fluently. किस तरह से बात करती है? Fluently बात करती है. So you understand that the word is describing how does she speak the particular language. That's why fluently is an adverb in this case. Where do the kids play cricket? कहाँ पर खेलते हैं? Here. So here obviously talks about the adverb of place here in this case. And the last one, when did she write the email to her son? Here we're talking about the time when she wrote the email immediately. Abhi ke abhi likha immediately. So you ask yourself these questions whenever you are in doubt. When you are differentiating between adjectives and adverbs, just ask yourself these questions. You will understand that this is how you determine what is an adverb and what is an adjective. Okay.
Sir, second one is a lovely gift. It is I can understand, but lonely.
Akelapan, lonely. Someone who's akelapan jo hota hai, jise kehte hain, sad with no company, basically no friends, alone.
And sir, third one is elderly.
Buzurg, elderly.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Buzurg. Okay. All right. Tarup, go ahead. Read the next slide.
The driver of the truck was seriously injured.
How badly was he injured? Was seriously. So manner will be the thing here. The driver of the truck was seriously injured. How was he injured? We know that he was injured, but was it serious? Yes, he was seriously injured. Okay. All right. Nemichan, go ahead. Read the next one.
The driver of the truck had serious injuries.
यहाँ पर serious क्या है? Adverb है या adjective है?
Sir, adjective.
Adjective, very good. Injury is the noun here. It's modifying, and kit matlab is basically telling you that it's talking about when you quality या किस तरह से कितना है. Basically, it's a serious injury. So the driver of the truck had serious injury, and the driver of the truck was seriously injured. This is how you differentiate. So वो दो examples दिए थे, पहले explanation दिया adverb और adjective के बीच में, अभी दो examples के साथ में explain किया कि इस तरह से दो अलग-अलग sentences में आप एक same word को उसका form change करके आप या तो adverb या adjective की तरह use कर सकते हो. Okay?
Seriously, it's adjective, and seriously, it is an adverb.
Adverb, that's correct. Yes, absolutely right. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
गंभीरता से and something that is गंभीर, that is the adjective. The other किस तरह से आपने पूछा how bad was it? How bad was the injury? Was a serious injury is the adjective in this case. We know that he was injured. How bad was it? Was he seriously injured? Yes, it was a serious. He was seriously injured. Okay. All right. Karthik, go ahead. Read the next one.
First option. He looked at me angrily when I interrupted him.
मेरी तरफ गुस्से से देखा. He basically means angrily means with anger. So angrily, he looked at me. How? Angrily. Okay, manner. किस तरह से देखा? Manner. Angrily when I interrupted him. Okay. Jaspreet, go ahead. Read the next one.
Yes, sir. The look on his face was very angry when I interrupted him.
Yeah, here, so when you're talking about angry here, obviously is used as an adjective. In this case, gussa. And the other one was how angrily. Okay. Friska, go ahead, read the next one.
The holiday felt so short. The time quickly passed away.
Yeah, the holidays always seem very short, no matter how long the holidays are, whether it's 10 days or a month, they always seem very short. So the holidays felt so short, the time quickly passed away. Okay. You don't say fastly passed away, you don't say quick passed away. The time was quick to pass away. Yes, that's the meaning. So you convey it by saying the time quickly passed away. Basically, the holidays were short. ऐसा लगा कि समय वक्त जो है वो एकदम जल्दी निकल गया. So the time flew. Basically, the time flew. Basically means the time quickly passed away. Okay. Shobha, go ahead. Read the next one.
My driver does not make any risk moves. He drives very carefully.
Very good. Very good. How does he drive? The manner, carefully. Okay. So my driver does not take any risks, does not make any risky moves. The driver does not make any risky moves. He drives very carefully. Okay. Yeah. बहुत ही careful तरीके से चलाता है. Basically means that drives carefully. Okay. So yes, we were talking about, I told you all that we'll do a quick recap. So basically the adverbs, the time, the manner, okay, the place, etc. So I think most of the adverbs that we came across were probably, either manner or time, most of those. When we talk, we also briefly discussed the frequency. Okay. So let me ask you all a couple of questions and you all can tell me. I'll ask you all individually. Okay. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. Okay, let's say. All right. All right. Let's say if my sentence is, we generally try to eat healthy food. Okay. We generally try to eat healthy food. Meera, tell me what type of, what is the adverb in this sentence first and what type of adverb is it?
Generally.
What type of adverb is it?
Generally. How, sir? We can ask question how.
You need to tell me what type of adverb you think. Yes, generally is the adverb, but what type of adverb is it? manner, frequency, place, degree, time.
Frequency, sir.
Excellent. Very good. We generally try to eat healthy food. Here, manner is not right. Obviously, it's not talking about how, but it's talking about how often. So we generally try to eat healthy food here. Generally is the adverb of frequency in this case. Very good. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Welcome. Aryan, can you hear me?
Sir,
Yes,
generally
sir.
and normally both are same, sir.
Yes. Yes. It's correct. Similar. Very similar. Normally, generally, both are similar. Both talk about frequency. Okay. So let's talk about, yes, Aryan, one sentence for you. They were waiting inside. Which is the adverb here and what type of adverb is it? They were waiting inside. Which word is the adverb in the sentence?
Sir, inside.
Very good. And what type of adverb is it?
So, where?
So where means what? Jaga, right? Jaga is what?
Yes, sir.
Place.
Place.
Right, Aryan? Oh, yes. So they were sitting inside. They were waiting inside is the adverb of place in this case.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, sir.
good. Ajanta, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
A sentence for you is, you can always change it later. Which is the adverb in the sentence?
Later.
You can always change it later.
Always. Always.
What type of an adverb is it?
Time.
Time of frequency. I told you all the way to differentiate is frequency. How can it be time? I'm not talking about when. What am I talking about? How often? So how often?
Okay.
Always. You can always change it later. Always is the
Frequency.
frequency. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Tarup, can you hear me? Tarup, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So my sentence is, he spoke clearly on that topic. What is the adverb in this case?
Clearly, sir.
What type of adverb is it?
Manner.
Manner. Excellent. Very good. Absolutely right. Okay. All right. Let's ask. Shivani, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My sentence for you is, I really love that dress. What is the adverb in this case? I really love that dress. What is the adverb?
Really.
What type of an adverb is it?
It's time. Really.
No. No. Anyone else?
Manner.
No. Anyone else?
Sir, please repeat the sentence, sir.
I really love that dress.
Sir, adverb of condition.
There's no adverb of condition. Guys, once you've given the answer, allow others to try. So yes, anyone else? What type of adverb is the word really in this sentence? It's not time, it's not place, it's not frequency. It's not manner. And there's no condition, there's no type called adverb of condition. Think. Okay, remove the word really in this case. Okay. Remove the word really. I love that dress. Is it grammatically correct? Perfect sentence?
Yes.
When I say I really love that dress, what am I indicating? क्या बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ?
Sir, is it degree, sir?
सच में.
Degree. Yes, that's correct. Degree. Here is degree. Why? Because it's talking about what? An extent. The extent. The reason you say I love you and I really love you. What is the difference between the two sentences? One sentence, you love someone. You are just simply expressing your love for the other person. But when you say I really love you, you are emphasizing on the fact that your emotion is extremely high. The sentiment that you share for that person, the emotional connect that you have for that person is extremely high. That's why you use the word really. I really love you. So that's the difference between saying I love you and I really love you. किसी चीज पर emphasize करना indicates that you are indicating the degree, the extent at which something happens. Okay, so that's the adverb of degree, not of place or frequency or time. Okay. All right. Thank you. Correct answer. Let's ask Friska. Can you hear me? Friska, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
The volume is very low. I'm unable to hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. The sentence for you just increase your volume a bit. Okay. So the sentence for you is, he watches television a lot. What is the adverb in this sentence?
A lot, sir.
A lot. Very good. What type of adverb is it? What type of adverb is it? Take a guess. It's fine.
Frequency,
Frequency. Okay, fair enough. No problem. You said frequency. Anyone else? When you look at that sentence, he watches the television a lot. What are you indicating?
Is it also a degree, sir?
You're asking me or you're telling me?
I'm asking whether it's adverb of degree or not.
Yeah, you're right. It's an adverb of degree. Yes, it is. Why? Because what are you indicating in this sentence? That the guy.
Means he watches TV is a one sentence, sir. He watches TV a lot means how much, how many times, the degree.
Not how many times. The extent at which he watches the television. कितना मतलब किस हद तक, rather than कितना, किस हद तक. So किस हद तक टीवी देखता है? बहुत ज्यादा. So basically, whenever there, don't get confused between the adverbs of degree and other adverbs. The adverbs of degree are not very difficult to understand. You simply need to understand the fact that whether that adverb is indicating a time at which something, time or place, when or where something happened. Frequency, whether it happened, is talking about the number of instances, how often, or manner, किस तरह से हो रहा है, और degree कितना basically, किस हद तक. So when I say absolutely, perfectly, somewhat, terribly, okay, fairly, these are all adverbs of degree basically, because here it talks about
Good evening, everyone. Pro learners, quickly join the Zoom meeting.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. All right, so today our topic is should violent video games be banned? This one only so far because ये वाले मुझे कुछ अच्छे नहीं लग रहे topics. So please go ahead and share your views on should violent games be banned and why? Yes, why, no, why not?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Meera. And kindly tell me who wants to go first, second, third, fourth.
Second.
Mustafiz. Mustafiz, you are raising your hand to go first. Are you prepared, Mustafiz, to speak on the topic?
No, I'm going to say after a few people.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes, Meera.
Ma'am, video game means but kids play on mobile. That
Yes,
is also.
nowadays even elders play video games on mobile.
Yes.
For example, a very, the very common game PUBG.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a video game that children, adults, everybody plays. So yeah, should violent video games be banned? Why?
May I speak, ma'am?
Go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. I think video games should ban for everyone.
Should be banned.
Should be banned for everyone because kids and elder play in the starting for fun. After that, it become their habits. It becomes their habits. A habit. So here I want to give an example. Means during corona, students take classes online, and that time they addict of mobile, and they
Get addicted or they got addicted.
They got addicted of mobile, and they started to play a game on the mobile. So and and now we see that kids become addict of this type of these types of game, uh, and parents have to face different type of problem because they cannot see continue with their kids, and whenever they do homework on mobile, at that time parents have to observe them uh, observe them and sometimes means the kids misuse of these type of gadgets. So and ma'am, I have read many time in newspapers that PUBG game which government had banned because many person lost their life because of that game. So and these days kids play Firefox. This is also bad game because every time kids play with gun, and I think it is bad for them because they become hyper. They become hyper, and means they don't know how much time they spend on the mobile, and family and parents have to face uh, different type of problems. So I think, ma'am, government should ban, because this is not good for kids and not for anyone, because it affect our body and health also. Means means I'm also facing this problem. My son is also means become addict of this. I have to control on him, and I give only means half an hour in a day for playing. Give permission, means give permission for play this game. So, and ma'am, it also affect eyes and and increase their weight also, ma'am.
Yes, yes, Meera.
That's real, ma'am. I am facing lot of problems.
I can understand. All right, Meera, very well spoken. Who's next?
Ma'am, may I?
Isha. Yes, you said you want to go second. Please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the topic?
Karthik, the topic is, should violent video games be banned? Here on your
Only one topic?
Yes, for now only one topic, because today we have many students in the class. और फिर ज़्यादा topic होते हैं तो मुझे screen sharing on रखनी पड़ती है, so which I don't want, because I want to read the comments as well. So please raise your hand if you want to speak after Isha. So next we have Karthik and then Sachin. Please go ahead,
Yes,
Isha.
ma'am. From my point of view, ma'am, video games should be banned because kids become very aggressive after watching all this.
One
fighting
second,
scenes.
Isha. Isha, if you are using it means a game.
Yeah.
They, plural.
Mhm. And from my point of view, kids become very aggressive after watching all this aggressive video game. Even this type of incident happened with me, because my brother used to watch lot of video game, and he used to play game on TV and mobile phone, and he used to try to recreate the scene at home, and he used to beat me a lot. I will kill you with sword and all. So I was beaten by him a lot because of the video game. So I can, because physically boys are more stronger than girls, so I could not able to fight with him. But my mother used to sometimes lock the TV, and sometimes she used to lock the mobile phone. But after it takes like 7 to 8 years who come from all to overcome from this problem. Ma'am, it's become an addiction for kids as well as younger people as well as older people, you can say. We cannot, if you are got addicted in this thing, video game, PUBG and Pokemon, you cannot come out easily, because it takes lot of time and guts to come out from all this game, because you love it, you are into you are into the game in such a way, so it's not possible to come out easily. So like ma'am, Pokemon, because of Pokemon, there are so many incident has happened, especially many kids has fallen from the house, even the staircase, while playing the game. They because their minds are into the game, because of they don't want to lose their game, they lost their life, even life. So because of that thing, government has, I think, banned the Pokemon and PUBG game. And so I don't like, and kids love to waste their time on this video game. Earlier I used to do this, but now I left all this bad habit. So I can, ma'am, it just you can play a different kind of games. We have lot of game on the internet. It doesn't mean you have to play video game aggressive games. There are so many, but boys love to play all these games. You cannot, if like there are so many Barbie games and all girly game, but they never play all this kind of games. So I had a bad experience with my brother because of this game. so I don't want to play. I don't like this game, ma'am, video games and all. That's
Yeah.
it.
Very good, Isha, and I totally agree with you that that was the reason why a government banned PUBG and Pokemon in India, because there were many accidents and people were way addicted towards these games, and that was actually, affecting their studies and their routine as well. So yeah, great. Next we have Karthik.
Yes, ma'am. The topic is violent games. Yeah. Suddenly, I think one incident came into my mind. When I was in my, am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, don't worry.
When I was in my when I was in my 7th class, I used to have one friend, ma'am. At that time, just opposite to my house, there used to be one video game shop. So every day, my friend, what he used to do is, every day he used to take some kind of 10 rupees from his house. He used to ask for breakfast. But what he used to do is, every day he used to give that money in the shop and play video games for an hour. But one day, what he decided is to bring some kind of lump sum money from the house and to play every day. So one day, his father bought some money, like 50,000 or 1 lakh, I think. He stole that money from the house and he gave that money to the the video game shop owner. 50, I think around 1 lakh. Then his father came to know that. Actually, his father thought that someone stole that money, but later he realized that his son only stole the money and he gave to that shop person. So what I'm trying to say is, this much the people get addicted to these video games this much, especially the violent video games. That time the video game was I think Tekken. It's a kind of a boxing game. So actually, some people actually enjoy when someone kicks another person. So they enjoy if someone dies or if someone gets some kind of blood. They kind of enjoy. It's a kind of sadistic enjoyment. Like, so, I think these kind of games should be banned, because even they have the ability, that these kind of games have the ability to even change the nature of the soft person also. If the soft person play that games, there is a chance that he may become violent and he may do some kind of bad things in the society also. Yeah, because there is a strong influence on small kids, especially. Even if we observe, if we normal, even in the movies, if a movie is a very slow, people don't enjoy. But if the movie has some violent fights and car racing, and so people enjoy them more. So we can say that people like some violence, because actually nowadays, earlier they used to like normal kind of movies, but nowadays they started liking these kind of violence and all action movies. Yeah. But I think, ma'am, this is not only for kids. Even it is also not recommended for adults also. Even we see like a PlayStation and all. Even adults play these kind of games. Even it's also not recommended for adults also. So, in my opinion, in total, this kind of games should be banned. And we cannot say that slow games, but normal to a certain extent, violence is okay. But if it crosses a limit, definitely it leads to some kind of problem to the society. That's it, ma'am.
Yes, Karthik, very well answered. No grammatical mistakes as such. Keep it up. Next we have Mustafiz. Sachin, aap kahan gaye?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Hello, Mustafiz.
Let him speak.
Yeah.
Ma'am, in my point of view, I don't think it's good to play this type of violent game for any age,
Yeah.
because after they started playing these games, they can't think normally, what as people do. They get emotionally
Hi,
damaged.
ma'am. Good
Uh,
evening.
Usually, there is a certain age of desiring to play this game. Uh, that's why people chose this game to spend their leisure time. On the other hand, if parents do not take proper care of them, maybe for any kind of pressure like abuse or ignorance, they get involved in these online activities where they can harm anyone easily, can be happy more than the real life, because in real life they can't pretend other section. They face family distance and loneliness, uh, and people and child don't get money to spend for this, and that's why sometimes they take wrong path to earn money to play these games. uh, yeah, so in these reasons, I think it's not good to play this type of violent games. And by these games, the owners or the developers earn a lot of money because it's easy to convince the kids to play these games and purchase their packages. And what the kids do, they don't have money, they don't have any sources of money. That's why they involve in many wrong activities, many crime, and yeah, they do many bad things. I think that's why it should be stopped right now to uh, to um, what I can say, to play these games or these activities for any certain age. I think when they can understand what is wrong or what is right. That's it, ma'am.
Very good, Mustafis. I totally agree with your points. No grammatical mistake. This is very good that you speak very well. Last time I told you to speak more, and I believe this time you have
Thank you,
spoken
ma'am.
for long enough.
I
Very
get nervous, ma'am.
It's okay. It's totally okay. In the beginning, it happens. Mustafis, may I know where are you from?
I'm from Bangladesh, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Actually, because of your accent, I wanted to ask this. Very good. Next, we have Sachin. After
Yes,
Sachin, we have
ma'am.
Roop, then Shima, and then Amit.
Okay. So, as they all said, it should be banned. And I would like to mention some more points on that. As everyone's opinion is that be banned, and it should be banned as because there are many impacts of that violent video games, and uh, for adults, it's like concentration of the studies in zero. It's very down to like I have seen many areas where they used to play games in a corner, and they just collected, they just gathered and just playing PUBG, and it's like a passion. They believe that I am earning money, but they are not earning money, they are just wasting their time. Even I'm the one that since PUBG has launched, I haven't played that game. Never in my entire life. And once the PUBG get banned, so I have seen many improvements that on their mental health, they just used to play cricket. So playing cricket instead of playing PUBG is better because it gives you cognitive skill. It regulates your body, regulates your cells, regulates your blood, and it will help you. And there are many cases happen with this PUBG game. And um, there was one issue in I think Mumbai, that one student sold his mother ornaments for purchasing some packages in PUBG game, and it was like addiction. And there were many games such as Pokemon Go, Black Sea, Call of Duty, PUBG. So they are the like addiction games, and it should be banned. So this is what my opinion, and I think it should be banned. Thanks, ma'am.
Right. So I believe everyone is saying that these games should be banned. Yes, Taru, please go ahead. Yes, Sachin. What is
Actually, I was just giving the solution for that. Can we play some mind games like cross puzzle? And you won't believe that I'm playing one game nowadays. That is, you may have heard this game. Ma'am, we used to make puzzles on that game. Like words are there. Words building. Word building.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
played that game.
So this is what I'm doing, and it also increase your vocabulary, and it gives you word.
Increases your vocabulary.
It makes you to rake your brain to think that what is that word.
Sachin, rack your brain का मतलब ही ये think harder, so you don't need to say rack your brain to think. It makes you rack your brain and answer.
Good evening, ma'am.
This is what I believe that
Dhananjay.
there is one solution.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am, for listening.
You're welcome. Taru, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I also agree with all the students that it should be banned, but I feel some of children do not want to play that game, these kinds of game. But when they talk their classmates, friends, if they say they do not play these kind of game, they call them loser or something like that to make them feel very bad. To avoid that, many children start playing those type of game, and I think when they start playing, they affected by it. Lots of children I have seen, they play game and they left their studies. They play for hours and hours, and they also play with their friend, like by doing video calls or something like that. And I also want to add something, that I think not only violent games, but there are some kinds of games uh, engaged they actually engaged people all the time. Like I remember there was a game, once I installed a game. It was a farming game. It was not a violent game, it was a just farming game, but it took me engaged, as I have to check by after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So I was continuously just concentrate on that game. I was not able to concentrate on my studies because I had to check after 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So I think those types of game also should ban, because it also affect our studies. That's all, ma'am.
Very good, Taru.
And one thing I want to say, who was speaking? I strongly agree with this girl that what she mentioned, the point that I have been many places and they say, oh, come to PUBG and I will show you who am I. I said, okay, come to physical now, that if you want to watch, do a word with me. So this is what happening in the society, that they make you to play game, and this is called peer pressure. Just come to this game.
Definitely. Very good, Taru. Next we have Sheema. Sheema, please go ahead. Sheema के बाद जिसको भी speaking करनी है, please.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, please show the topic, ma'am. Please.
Okay. Then we have Anamika, Vaishnavi, Reena. Reena, अभी तक आपको समझ में आ जाना चाहिए वैसे topic. The topic is, should violent games be banned? Okay.
May I start, ma'am?
Sheema, please go ahead.
Yeah. So, my point of view, video game should be banned because it is
my point of view, Sheema. In my point of view, in my point of view.
Okay, ma'am. In my point of view, video game should be banned because I think you can see in our childhood only kids were playing game, but nowadays all ages are playing game because nowadays it became a fashion. So
It has become a fashion.
it has become a fashion because we can see in a smartphone reach in uh, everyone house and everyone hand. So whenever people get time they play on a mobile only game. So I think very this is a very bad habit because when we play a game that time we don't know how much time we are playing a game because it take more time and it become like a lazy, and it is a very harmful for kids because we can see nowadays there are online classes are available. So that time kids parents give their mobile to kids. So that time when they get time they only play like this game, and they can't pay attention on a study. So if someone are playing in their family like this video game, so they can't pay attention on a study. In my house when my husband uh, play like this game, so that time my children observe how he is playing, and after that he try. And really it is a very harmful and affected thing. So according to me government should be banned like this. We can see there are so many bad incidents happen about video game. uh, so yeah, ma'am, done.
Hi, hello.
Seema, government should be banned, not should be banned, nahi, should banned. Government को थोड़ी ना ban करना है हमने,
Yeah,
right?
ma'am.
Okay. And
Actually,
Seema,
ma'am,
I
my
told you to
kids are
practice the
disturbing me.
grammar. You are not practicing your grammar. आज भी आपकी subject verb agreement की गलती थी सारी. It helps whenever my husband plays. आपने
Please,
सबने
yeah.
verb की first form use करी है जहाँ आपको ऐसे नहीं है add करना था.
Actually, ma'am, while I speaking, my kids was disturbing me, so that's why some mistake happened.
सीमा
Yeah.
तो सेम सब्जेक्ट वर्ब अग्रीमेंट की क्यों हुई गलती, और किसी चीज की भी तो हो सकती थी.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. It is
अ स्टडी नहीं
it is
होता,
a
बार
problem.
बार अ स्टडी अ मोबाइल बोल रहे थे, यहाँ पे
Yeah,
अ
yeah.
नहीं लगेगा. जैसे आप बोल रहे थे लाइक किड्स प्ले वीडियो गेम्स ऑन अ मोबाइल, इट इफेक्ट्स ऑन अ स्टडी, तो यहाँ पे अ नहीं लगेगा. हम एक पर्टिकुलर चीज के लिए यूज करते हैं और स्टडी कोई एक पर्टिकुलर चीज नहीं है. स्टडी इज अ वर्ब, वर्ब के साथ अ लग ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि नाउन्स
Yeah.
के साथ अ लगता है.
Yeah, ma'am. I should. Yeah, I observe, ma'am. I should do more efforts on this topic.
No problem. Yes. Next we have Anamika.
Hello, ma'am. Can you
Good
hear
evening,
me?
ma'am.
Ma'am, I am audible.
One second. Maleha Mateen. Maleha, you are audible. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, ma'am. I also want to speak, but I
Maleha,
have lot
आपसे
of blood network problem, ma'am.
okay. Maleha,
I don't know
अभी
why.
some students are already in line. मैं ध्यान रखूंगी आपको क्या बोलना है. I will
Okay, okay.
definitely tell you.
Okay, okay, okay.
Anamika, please go ahead.
Okay, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I think it should be banned because this type of video games causes aggression. And in everyday life, people play games, this type of games to relieve their stress, but they get habitual of these games. And children who are addicted of video games, they have lack of sleeps. They do not want to sleep, and throughout the day and night also they want to play. And it causes so many mental and physical problems. And those people who get habitual, they cannot able to distinguish between virtual life and reality. And habitual people get away from their family members also because they don't get time to spend with them. And during playing time they are not conscious to reply anyone. Means whenever anyone ask anything to them, they get they become aggressive, ma'am. And And for students, for children, it distract the attention of study. It distract in study also. And children play lots of games and forget that how long they have been playing. It disturbs even in good sleep. It causes fatigue and restless. And
Restlessness.
because restlessness, okay. And because children use mobile throughout the day, and they ma'am, they use all time mobile. They don't want to go outside also. They they play inside the house, and they do not want to go outside, and they do not play any physical games. So they don't get outside, so they don't get fresh air also. And it causes so many harmful diseases, like they get hypertension, and there is more diseases that I can't even remember. uh, that's it, ma'am.
Yes. Good, Anamika. Next we have Anamika के बाद कौन था? I believe Vishak.
Ma'am, I
Yashmin.
spoke well. Did I spoke well?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, Anamika, you did speak well.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Vaishnavi, please go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Online video game is very risky, ma'am.
Games are very risky. Are plural की बात कर रहे हैं आप.
Okay. Online video games are very risky, and online game is waste of the time of the of the people and
For
children.
people, not of the people. It's waste of time for people.
Yeah, ma'am. And kinds. Online game is a waste of the time, people, and conclusion violent games. Conclusion violent game and bad for kinds of all games. For it can have a negative bad effect on children. This topic has been children this controversy for many parents and many parents and adults for years about whenever video or game should be banned or should not be banned, because it is not good for children and not good for physical health. And uh, uh, mm, that's it.
वैष्णवी, you are making a lot of mistakes while speaking. मुझे नहीं लग रहा आप अपने ग्रामर पे वर्क कर रहे हो बिल्कुल भी, क्योंकि ये जो सारी आपकी दिक्कत है वर्ब्स की है, टेंसेस की है. जब तक ये आपके नहीं सुधरेंगे कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. आप मेरी बात पे ध्यान नहीं दे रहे, मुझे लग रहा है. So
No,
I know you are attending session in the afternoon. This is very good. Keep attending. थोड़ा सा खुद से भी वर्क करो, क्योंकि जरूरी नहीं है जिस चीज पे आपको वर्क करना है वही टॉपिक क्लास में हो. जैसे अभी प्रोनाउंस चल रहे हैं, उसके बाद मैं कोशिश करती हूँ वर्ब्स का टॉपिक लाने की, उसके बाद कहीं जाके हमारा पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच ओवर हो जाएगा, फिर हम टेंसेस पे वर्क करेंगे, राइट. तो अभी आप खुद से देखो, ऑनलाइन वी हैव अ बून. ऑनलाइन वी कैन फाइंड ईच एंड एवरीथिंग. अगर आप ऑनलाइन शॉपिंग कर सकते हो तो आप ऑनलाइन स्टडी भी कर सकते हो. सिर्फ आपको क्या करना है, यूट्यूब पे आप सिर्फ एक लाइन लिखनी है आपको, प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस. आपके पास 1000 वीडियोस आ जाएंगे. किसी भी इंडियन की आप वीडियो खोल के देखिए, वो आपको समझाएगा प्रेजेंट टेंस क्या होता है, प्रेजेंट सिंपल टेंस. तो इतनी थोड़ी मेहनत आपको खुद से करनी ही पड़ेगी, क्योंकि
मैं देखती हूँ,
लेकिन क्या प्रैक्टिस नहीं करती मैं?
नहीं मैम, मेरी वोकैबुलरी ठीक नहीं है.
नहीं वैष्णवी, आपकी एक तो ये जो आप लोगों का दिमाग है ना, वोकैबुलरी क्या होती है? पहले तो मुझे ये बताइए, वोकैबुलरी आर द वर्ड्स यू आर स्पीकिंग। मैंने आपको क्या बोला? आपका सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर ठीक नहीं है। जिन लोगों की वोकैबुलरी ठीक नहीं होती, मैं उनको बोलती हूँ प्लीज इंप्रूव योर वोकैबुलरी। आपका सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर ही नहीं है।
ओके मैम।
तो आपको टेंसेस की जरूरत है, आपको वोकैबुलरी की जरूरत नहीं है। वोकैबुलरी तो हम लास्ट में, जब हमारा सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर परफेक्ट हो जाता है, हमें पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच पे हमारी कमांड अच्छी हो जाती है, टेंसेस पे कमांड अच्छी हो जाती है, क्या आप प्रेजेंट पे किसी भी टॉपिक पे बात कर सकते हो, पास्ट पे कर सकते हो, फ्यूचर में, तब जाके आपको अपनी वोकैबुलरी पे वर्क करना होता है। वोकैबुलरी भी नॉर्मल वोकैबुलरी सबको आती है। आपको पता है इसको इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं, दिस इज वोकैबुलरी। आपको पता है इसको इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं, दिस इज वोकैबुलरी। वोकैबुलरी वो एडवांस वोकैबुलरी होती है दैट यू आर सेइंग मैम मुझे नहीं आती। एडवांस है वो वोकैबुलरी जिसमें आपको हर, जैसे मैं आपसे पूछूं कि जो बहुत ही बारीक बारीक चीजें होती हैं, हम उनको इंग्लिश में, अब आपको पता है इसको हैंड बोलते हैं, इसको नेल्स बोलते हैं, इसको रिंग बोलते हैं, ये वोकैबुलरी सबको आती है। दिस इज बेसिक वोकैबुलरी। आपको सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर चाहिए, आपको वोकैबुलरी नहीं चाहिए।
Okay.
Okay.
I'm practicing, ma'am.
Good. Keep practicing. Next we have Vishakha and then Maliha. Zishan. Yes, Vishakha. Vishakha, are you speaking?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Now you are audible.
Okay. Of course, violent video games should be banned. In my point of view, I think too many video games are available on the Play Store, like PUBG and there was a Blue Whale game also. So this type of video games left a violent effect on the mind of players. As I told some years ago, we all heard that, about the Blue Whale game. In this game, the player finally committed suicide or ended up his life with fatal injuries. So sometimes I think sometimes the creator of this type of games are maniac or mentally unstable psycho. So they created a specific types of rule control which control the mind of players and lead them finally to commit suicide. Sometimes player were told to jump over the 10th floor of the building. Sometimes they were told to cut their skin with blade in the shape of whale. I had read all this thing in the newspaper at that time. So I remember that thing, and I was surprised at that time how people could do this type of thing. Don't they have their minds? How can you ended up your life with suicide? And why they were wasting their lives because of just online games? So I strongly believe that violent video game should be banned. That's all, ma'am.
Yes, very good, Vishakha. And you actually talked about something different, that is Blue Whale game, right?
Yes.
It was really,
No, it was like
yeah, people were committing suicide, they were dying, and there was no
crazy about that game.
Yes,
They were
yes,
crazy.
exactly. It was very bad situation that happened when this Blue Whale game happened. India में ज़्यादा cases नहीं हुए थे, thankfully. But
India was famous for Pokemon Go.
yes, Pokemon Go की वजह से many kids have lost their life because वो छत पे खेल रहे थे, these things have happened a lot. Yeah. Yes, क्योंकि इंडिया एक ऐसी कंट्री है जहाँ की छतों पे बाउंड्री नहीं होती, एक से दूसरी छत से मिली हुई है, बच्चा गिर के दूसरे के घर में जाके पड़ेगा।
I mean, you can add Pakistan as well.
Oh God, these are Pakistan. I think these two are like brother and sister.
Yeah,
The
man,
situation
we are
is something.
unique country.
Yeah, because if you see in foreign countries further, they do not have terrace, they have roofs. They do not have open terraces, and if they have full boundaries. Even I have seen in many videos near the staircase कि उनके बच्चे गिर ना जाए, वो लोग staircase पे gate लगाते हैं. और हमारी, मैं तो इतनी बार गिरी हूँ अपनी सीढ़ियों से. Seriously.
It will be extra vigilant. We shouldn't, install
You know
any
what?
gate
Why this game is
that's what they consider.
getting popularity? Just because India has market, and they know that if we launch something in India, it will like rapidly goes to high,
Yes.
and that's why they are
Should I
getting that.
start, ma'am? Should
Yeah,
I start?
Yes, Maliha, you can go ahead. After Maliha, we have Meera and then Zishan.
So violent video should be banned.
Violent video?
Because
No. Maliha?
video
Violent
games,
video
sorry,
game.
video games should be banned because if children play violent games, it reflect their personality also. It's they also get violent and aggressive to play this type of a games, and it's very bad habit, and it's renew it get addictive, this habitual and get addictive to play this game, and it's very bad for them, and they can't play outside to play outside because it's very beneficial playing outside to their health and their physical health as well as mental health, and they don't have enough time to study because teenagers have a very precious time to get studies, and grown up age we have to study and make career. So apart from that, they play games and they renew their future at their time. That's it.
Yes, very good, Maliha. Maliha, you need to brush up your grammar. I think I told you this earlier as well. Because you speak well, I want you to speak more.
Yeah.
About these
Okay.
grammatical errors, right? And I think you are not regular, right? So try to be regular.
Ma'am, I am regular in morning class,
Morning
but
class.
I thought I will enroll next class, your
Ma'am,
class
she
also.
said renew.
Take more time. I
It
want
was
to give more time.
ruin or renew. What she was saying.
Sachin, what
Yes,
are
she
you?
said
What
renew.
are
She
you
said
asking?
renew. She said renew. It was ruin. Ruin your
Ruin, yes,
career.
ruin,
Yeah.
ruin. Yeah.
Renew.
She's saying again renew.
No. Renew is नया करना किसी चीज को.
Yeah.
For example, आपने घर लिया, उसको आप renew करा रहे हैं.
नहीं
तो
हाँ
अपने
renew
आप
नहीं.
पेंट करा रहे हैं, तो वो ruin होगा, ruin
हाँ
बर्बाद,
ruin.
खराब,
Yeah, sorry. हाँ.
Yes.
हाँ.
कोई बात नहीं, कभी कभी हो जाता है. So that's why I'm asking you to work on your grammar a bit.
Okay.
Next we have Zishan. Please go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, in my opinion, the violence video games shouldn't be banned. Because if we are banning these games just because of violence, how about other things like Superman, Spider-Man, channels, video, news channels? You can easily get violence and you can learn that violence, and you could, okay, what is going on in our society? We just, smoking, we have been listening this smoking is injurious to health, but it's look at its market, look at its volume. You'll get easily anywhere, particularly in our developing countries. So the problem is not to ban. Problem will not finish just to put ban on these video games, the violence game. Why this such an incident is are not reporting in the first world countries, the developed countries? Why it is happening? Why it is like that in our country? We always suffer because they invented something, and it comes in our society, and we suffer. We saw this the bitter incidents. I think the hostility, the violence, nothing with the games, nothing with the like the activities, the social activity. It exists in your environment where the children live, where the person live, and they inheritance all those the negativity from their surroundings, and they pick quickly rather than on a game, because in on a game, so you need number of things, you need number of activities, equipments to commit crime. But in a real situation in your surrounding, lots of number of activities is being going on, which you can easily learn this the act of violence. So in my opinion, we, and particularly those people, or everybody is mentioning about the suicide, and has been mentioning about the suicide. So you need to look at the mental health those persons who committed suicide. Those actually, whenever you whenever you hold a research on those people who committed suicide, so after research you will definitely come to know this person was ill, mentally ill. So the reason is that I've been playing game for many years, like the violence game, the every kind of thing. I didn't become violent. I never, the hostility, this hostile things never attract me. This is not about the violence. This is not about that. This is about your environment where you live, and there you need to see, and particularly the parents. Parents has to monitor their children, what they are doing, how they are doing, why they react differently today, and why they are asking me all the time about the money. So in our the third world countries, because of population, because of poverty, it is true that we cannot afford to buy
Your voice is not
I
audible,
hope I'm
Zishan.
audible, ma'am.
Now you are.
Yeah. So in my opinion, the solution of all this stop this violence is ban. I think this everybody is talking about the one game, PUBG. So I know many friends, they are earning a handsome amount to playing this PUBG game. And right now, their the economic status has changed, and they become kind of millionaires, and they have some society in which they are participating, and they hold a yearly or monthly or weekly event. So just the thing is that the hostility and violence is in your inside. Like you, the first school of child is the children's mother, the children environment. We need to look after there. We need to check these two things first, and then we put blame on the others, video games and the news channels, like the recently the Earth. The most famous, you will see that every time they show to fight it, they show fighting and those abhorrent kind of content. But what you need to see that the others perspective, the other thing they have been showing, so we can learn those things. We can tell our children, okay, you need to see that what others think, how humble he is when he talks that Artugul talk his mother, talk his father, and how he deal with his family. So I don't think so. I think because in we are living in a post-modern world, so you can't you can't avoid, you can't ignore the technology and the importance of technology. By hook by crook, you have to use it, you have to accept it. And but thing is that you need to educate your children. Beta, Chasan, you are playing this game, this is only game, you need to learn this. And if you need to monitor if he's trying to adopt those the video games things, so you need to monitor. You should, you can change, you can give some other things. There are a number of things on the television, on the mobile. So in my opinion, parents first of all has to be aware with these things, and then I think otherwise you can't stop your children to play. They will stop this game, and the other new things will come, and he has to play because the technology is going on, the modernization is going on. You can't stop yourself. Thank you.
Very good, Zishan. So, थोड़ी सी अपनी grammatical mistakes हैं, Zishan. You need to work on that. But keep it up. You speak well. Keep speaking like that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, is
Anyone
there
else
someone?
would like to say something? Yeah, 1 second, Sachin. I'm asking. Ashwini, Meera is left, I believe. No,
Yes,
Meera.
ma'am. Ma'am, I already spoken, ma'am, but I wanted to discuss one point, ma'am.
Yes.
Whenever I go on walk, ma'am, I
Mhm.
means in the evening, kids play and they discuss only games. I cross this level and
Got it.
and yes, yes, and means,
And Agi Meera.
and which level you did cross means they discuss
You did
only
say, you have.
you have crossed, yes, ma'am. So ma'am, means discussion topic is only means game for kids, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Ma'am, means who speak last, ma'am, means parents cannot live every time with the kids, ma'am. And their life means their age they means cannot difference between means what is good for them and what is bad for them.
Differentiate between what is wrong and what is right.
Right, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
people have their own opinion. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. I just want to have a discussion with Jishan. As what he said, I agree. Uh, but what if parents are paying attention to that their kids, and all the things what what she wants, they are giving, but still they are not understanding. Then what will we do? And environment in something like that, they will like environment will tell you that, oh no, you have to play that game. If you don't play that game, you are loser. So it's not only about parents and education. You mentioned education also. So first, apart keeping this away games, first complete your higher secondary school, then after you are playing games, then it could be a mental illness, or it could be anything. But first, education matters. If you are not educated, then how will you understand what is good, what is right? This is what I want to say, ma'am.
And Sachin, that time also is their career making times. So
Yeah, exactly. And even though like parent provide all the things, and they are not understanding, even though they are just saying, okay, they disrespect their parent, how they talk, they don't even know the manner how they talk. So they do. And just because my other friend is has mobile, my other friend has a OnePlus Pro, OnePlus iPhone, something like that. So they come and just ask, oh, he has, so I also want that. Please provide me. They have to understand, right? So this is what happening in the society. That's all, ma'am. I think. Jishan, are you there?
Sachin, even kids
No,
have
I think
not
he has
their
left
own.
Sachin, so it's like was having some network issues, so he has left. Meera, what you are saying?
Means even they kids have not their mobiles, but then means after that means whenever they see mobile means they try to play on game on mobile, ma'am. So parents usually means lock their mobile. They have to means lock their mobile, ma'am.
Yes, right. I
They
understand.
have
Sachin.
to,
That's
and
all.
okay, ma'am. Okay, bye.
मेरा ना बैटरी बिल्कुल इस पे है, और अगर मैं बिना एंड करे निकल गई ना, तो मुझे उठ के जाना पड़ेगा ये चार्जर लगाने. So it's better time
Okay,
already
ma'am.
हो
Thank
गया
you,
है. So
ma'am.
I think,
Okay, thank
yes,
you.
guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Bye, everyone.
Good evening, Z. How are you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Good evening,
Good
ma'am.
evening. Okay, so we will start in a couple of minutes. Okay, all the pro learners, guys, you can join. I can see Noor, Dipali, Sanjay, right? So all of you can join. Good evening, guys. Welcome to the class. I hope all of you are doing fine. Yes, and if you guys have any questions, any doubts from previous classes or anything in general related to English, you can ask, okay? Kavita, good evening. Alif, good evening. Okay, Raji is joining. Vaibhav, hi. Yadav, good evening. Yes, Dipali, do you have a question? You can ask. I can see your hand is raised. Yes,
Hi, ma'am.
Dipali.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm also fine, ma'am.
Yes, Batai, what question do you have?
Ma'am, which is topic today?
The topic, I was thinking about conversation over coffee. That can be a good topic for today, right?
Okay.
I was thinking that we can take that. Okay, good evening, everyone. Those who have joined, let's quickly pick a topic so that we can start. Because what happens is everyone is speaking and then a few of you do not get chance, right? Yes. Raji, how are you?
Hi, ma'am. Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm good, ma'am. Thank you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm also fine.
Ma'am, we missed the morning classes.
Yes, today and tomorrow I won't be taking any morning classes.
Ma'am,
Then
why,
morning, yes.
why are they showing schedule?
I think because I informed them a little late.
At 11.
You know, I informed them a little late. Actually, that's why.
Hello.
Maybe. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So I actually informed them a little late. I think that's why they couldn't like take it down.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, maybe that's why. Today and tomorrow
Yes, ma'am.
morning, I won't be taking any classes, but evening classes will be going on. And from day after tomorrow, again, normal classes will resume. Just something that I wanted to tell you guys, because you guys have been doing classes with me for so long. For this month, the month of March and April, and a little bit of May, okay, the first half of May. So I'll be taking a few days off here and there because I am really trying my best so that I can do the classes, like my offline classes and this together, you know, I'm just juggling them so that I do not get debarred there and I don't even have to miss classes here. So that's why I might take a few days off here and there. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask in the evening classes. Evening classes will go on as usual. After that, again, I think I'll take 2 or 3 days off in the morning so that I can just adjust
Okay.
somehow.
We
Okay.
can understand, ma'am. It's for your study purpose.
Yes.
But ma'am, humble request, don't leave.
Oh, yes, Zishan, I do not plan on leaving at all.
Yeah, thank you.
I do not. That's why I'm like working so hard. Today I went out from my house at 8. I came back at 5. Just at 5 I entered and now I'm taking a class from 6. So you can understand it's very hectic, but I'm still like giving
Absolutely,
my 100%.
ma'am.
Yes. So I won't be leaving. Don't worry. Chaliye. So today's
Thank
topic
you.
is conversation. Yes.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes, and one more thing I wanted to say, Shailendra, coming back to you, just give me 1 second. You remember, I forgot his name, Karthik. Karthik was saying I have been getting calls for the last 3 days. So I did check and that is absolutely correct. Okay. So he is also joining right now. So I just checked before sitting for the class and it is correct. I have been sick for the last 3 days or someone has been calling me for the last 3 days. That is correct. Okay. Yes, Shailendra, bataiye.
Yeah, ma'am. Let me say this statement. If the problem is solved, I will call you. So, ma'am, is it correct?
If the problem is solved, I will call you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is correct, but क्या हो रहा है देखिए अगर आप देखेंगे, so it is basically taking one part from second conditional and one part from first conditional, right?
Okay.
Shailendra? So what happens is
Ma'am, please write it on your screen, ma'am.
the sentence.
Yeah.
Okay. If the problem is solved,
Yeah.
I
will call you.
Call you. Oh, no. This is simply first conditional.
First conditional.
Simply first conditional, right? If the problem is solved, what is solved here? Yes?
Problem.
No. What part of speech? Yes,
This
Rajiv,
is, ma'am, simple.
Ma'am, it's a
simple
passive
present.
voice, ma'am. If the problem is solved by
right,
XYZ.
exactly. If the problem is solved by so and so person, I will call you. Okay,
Yes.
Okay. So,
Shailendra.
ma'am, it
your
means
voice is so much.
Pardon? Yes, Shivani? Yes, Shivani, we can hear you. Do you have something to say?
Ma'am.
Yes.
That your voice so breaking. I don't know where problem
Shivani,
from
your
my side or
network. Shivani,
you
you
don't-
check your network because I can also your voice is breaking for me as well. Okay.
I joined again, but
Let
problem
Shailendra.
same.
You have network issue, Shivani, because we also
Okay, I will try
your voice
again.
is breaking.
I will try again.
Okay, yes, rejoin. Yes, Utpal, what do you have to say?
Yeah, ma'am. If problem will have a solve, then I call you.
No,
You will
if
call
the
me.
problem is solved, then I will call you. Okay. If the problem is solved by me, by him, by them, whatever, I will call you. All right.
and ma'am, what if I say if the problem solves, I will call you.
तो थोड़ा better बनाइए. I know what you are trying to say. So if if I failed, I will study harder. If I failed, I will study harder. ये sentence right? Fine. Shailendra.
No, ma'am. Not second conditional. If the problem solves.
So वो second conditional नहीं हो रहा है. If I failed, I will.
If the problem solves, ma'am, write this statement. If the problem solves.
Solved.
Not solved.
Shailendra.
Solves.
Shailendra, if the problem solved is wrong because it's a causative verb, no problem
Right.
solved.
Let ma'am speak, please. Let ma'am speak. Ma'am, please.
No, yes,
Go ahead.
Karthik is also correct. What he is saying is correct. If the problem solved is not correct, like we cannot say if the problem
got
solved.
or
No,
problem
ma'am,
is
I'm not
solved.
saying solved. I'm not saying solved. Solves. ES.
If the problem is solved.
No, ma'am. Ma'am, right, ma'am. Right.
Okay.
If the problem solves, SOLVES. Yeah.
Okay. So solve.
I will call you.
So we cannot use it in like in this sense. Okay, Shailendra, we never say the problem solves. We always say I will solve the problem. You will solve the problem, or he solved the problem. You understand? Shailendra.
Yeah.
So you can say if I solve the problem, I will call you. You understand?
Okay. So, ma'am, it means the first one is correct. If the problem is solved, I will call you.
Yes, that is correct. That is actually correct. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Karthik wants to say something. Yes, Karthik.
No, ma'am. I'm saying that we need some causative verb there.
Right. Problem. You can say this. Okay. If you solve the problem, I will call you. The M will not be there, of course. Okay. And Karthik, I also wanted to tell you, you remember we were discussing like I have been getting calls for the last 3 days, or he has been calling me for the last. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yesterday.
Yes. So that is correct. Okay, absolutely correct. I just checked before the class. So you can definitely say that I have been receiving calls for the last 3 days. Okay. Chali. All right. So let's start conversation over coffee. Okay. So this is our topic. So you will be having a conversation.
Ma'am, but
with
I
your
don't like coffee, ma'am. I like only fruit juice.
Okay, so you can have a conversation over fruit juice, no problem. All right, chaliye. So who all wants to speak? Those who did not get a chance yesterday, I remember Padma didn't get a chance. If you're there, I'll write your name first. Otherwise, we will start. Yes, बताइए.
Ma'am,
Even I didn't speak yesterday.
Shailendra. Yes,
Ma'am.
नाम बताइए.
Zishan.
Meera, ma'am.
Shweta ma'am.
Dipali.
Meera.
Zishan.
Shweta ma'am.
Ma'am, me, ma'am.
Vaishnavi. Reena.
Vaishnavi. Reena. Yes, anyone else?
Ma'am, Shima.
Shima. Yes.
Ma'am, I just want to listen today.
Okay, Raji doesn't want to speak. Okay, Dipali.
My name.
Okay, Karthik. Okay, anyone else? Utpal.
ma'am.
Right.
Please write me Shivani here.
Okay, Shivani. All right. Chaliye, let's start.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Hemant.
Ma'am, what means what it means conversation over coffee?
Coffee. Okay, I'll explain. Okay. और कोई नहीं है, right? Let's start. I think today we have a lot of time. We can complete all of like everyone will get a chance. So let's start. चलिए. So we will start with Shailendra and Hemant, and conversation over coffee मतलब होता है कि कॉफी पीते हुए या चाय पीते हुए या कोई भी fruit juice, as Karthik has said. Basically,
Time
when
pass
you are sitting
conversation.
down, yes.
Time pass conversation.
Right, exactly. So when you're sitting down, maybe with a friend, with a partner, anyone, and you're just enjoying a little bit of snacks or fruits or something, and you're conversing with them. That is conversation over coffee. What are common themes? Life में क्या चल रहा है? What are you doing? How's your career? How are the kids? How is your family? That can be a common theme. Second can be politics. You might discuss about politics कि दुनिया में क्या चल रहा है, बहुत खराब हालत है, pandemic खत्म हो गया है, सारे colleges खुल रहे हैं, right? Or you can talk about anything in general. Okay, so budget, other things, I don't know, whatever you feel like. All right. Yes, clear, guys. Topic is clear. Chaliye. So the first two people who will be speaking are Shailendra and Hemant. Yes, guys, ready?
Okay.
Hemant, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I should sometimes.
Do you want to wait? You will speak after some time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem.
Can I
No
speak
problem.
with Shailendra?
Zishan, okay, chaliye. Everyone will get a chance. Don't worry, okay? Chaliye, Shailendra and Zishan, let's start with you guys. Okay? All right, chaliye, let's start.
Okay. Hi, Jishan.
Hello.
Hi, Jishan. How have you been?
Yeah, I'm doing good. How about you? It's a long time
Yeah.
since you came here.
Yeah. Actually, I was busy in my professional life, so I couldn't get time to meet you. And after so long, now we are face to face. Let's tell me what is going on in your life.
Oh, I'm just, very intense because of the international situation. You know about this Russia and Ukraine war, the economic crisis, another economic crisis, and we were feeling like that after this pandemic, we will, the situation will change. But look, the situation is becoming more worse due to this Russia and Ukraine war.
Yeah. Correct. Even I have been watching constantly the updates regarding war in Ukraine, and I am appalled with the things that is going on in Ukraine.
by?
They are appalled by the things that is going on in Russia, Ukraine, and it is shocking that even in 21st century the two countries are in war, in physical war. This is the
What is our fault, Shailendra? The thing is that what is our fault? We are not involved, but we are, we are suffering due to those two countries, and plus the European and the second America. Look at the economic condition. Do you know about the today morning? Our stock exchange crashed due to this uncertainty.
Yeah. I have seen, and I don't know how to react because the thing is not in our control. We are not in the position to say anything. My country, our countries are not in a position to take a side. Okay,
Yeah, none country should take a side, because it's ultimately we have our own goals, our own relationship with Russia
yeah,
and others. So we shouldn't
yeah.
take side just because of America wants us to take side. So I don't think so. I agree with you
Yeah,
on this point.
correct. But still, I am happy that Poland and some other European countries, they are accepting refugees. They are giving them shelter. So at least this is the good news in all these gloomy news or gloomy days.
But
So
bro,
yeah,
I'm very disappointed. Look at the petrol price, and wheat prices. So it is becoming a very worse situation for the poor people and the poor countries like you and me. So we can't
yeah.
survive. We can't, have a dollars to give subsidies to our nation. It is impossible. The the poor countries like us. What do you say?
Yeah, correct. You are correct because with this situation, uh, we are not getting any increment. Instead, we are getting price hike. So whatever increment we get, it is used to subside these inflation. So there is we can't save money for our future. So yeah, it is very
Exactly,
difficult.
exactly. We couldn't get the increment in our salary, in our, the other things, but the inflation on the other side is going up, and on the other side, our salaries and our income is stagnant. So it's a really, complex situation right now. Convoluted thoughts is coming in my mind. What we have to do, how to deal this situation right now.
Yeah, we have to decrease our non-essential expenses, and we have to focus more on our skills so that we can get some other job,
Yeah.
high-paying jobs, or
Mm.
we have
But
to increase savings
But
also.
how, Jalandhar, how could we get the high-paying jobs? Look at the multinational and others company. They are thinking about the downsizing.
Yeah, I know, but still, there are some sectors like IT sector and different sectors where if we get those skills, we will easily get a job or high-paying jobs so that we
But
can
do you
have a
think,
good.
Shailendra, we are in a position like we work 9 to 5, and then we have to spare time to learn these skills. Do you think we can do this with the full-fledged job?
I know it is difficult, but still, if we want to survive, then we have to take a time, or we have to spare time to learn these new skills.
So
Otherwise, it.
where is recreation activities? How we will get some fresh air if we indulge in the worry of this economic, and how we will keep ourselves healthy mentally, physically.
But this is not the permanent situation. The things will get clear, and good days are ahead. But see, the situation is not uh, right this time, so we can utilize this time to learn new skills and upgrade our skills.
I think you are, emphasizing on me to being optimistic rather than the pessimistic. So yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
But whenever I, open my mobile and saw the notifications about the economic crisis, so that's made me to think about my family, my career, my future. So that's kind of nippy things is going on right now.
Yeah,
Okay, guys,
correct.
you have to
Correct.
conclude. Very well done.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am. Thank you.
Jishan. So we will meet next time. This time over coffee. Next time we will
Hmm.
meet on some other type of drink. Okay,
Yeah,
hard
yeah,
drink,
you
soft drink. Both.
you must come. I'm regular here, but you come often, so you should come regular.
Yeah.
So we'll have some other
Actually, I
fruitful
don't.
discussion.
Yeah, if we have some other type of drink, it will be more interesting.
The
So
conversation
let's
will be even better.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
What
the
type,
next time
Shailendra? What type?
next time we'll have lunch then. How about that?
What type
Yeah,
of
yeah,
drink,
sure.
Shailendra?
Shailendra is
No,
indicating towards something else. But
yeah,
yes, very
some.
nice. Very well
Because
spoken,
then
Shailendra and
Shailendra
Zishan.
always feel hungry. So that's why.
Okay,
Yeah,
very
correct.
nice. I just want to say one thing, from what Shailendra and Zishan, you guys really spoke really well. And I know that you guys are working on your speaking skills and everything. That is fine. But about the topic that you were talking about, I think so many citizens, like the normal people, we do not want war, right? We do not even care about, like, even the countries that are attacking, many people from those countries, they just don't want it. So just because of the greed of certain people or because of certain governmental issues,
Agree, ma'am.
political
Agree,
issues.
ma'am. But that's what I mentioned. Those people have their own goals and they are fulfilling.
Right,
They are doing that. But what is our fault? Why we are, suffering all because of their action? So
right,
that's what
exactly,
I'm
exactly.
saying.
Right. So that is absolutely true. I completely agree with you, Zishan and Shailendra, both of you. Very well done, guys. Well spoken and very good topic you selected for speaking. Very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shailendra, keep working,
Yeah,
okay? और भी conversations के ऊपर आपको और भी work करना है. And
sure, ma'am.
Zishan, as usual, very well done. थोड़ा और like try and increase your vocabulary now. That will really help you. Okay.
Right, ma'am. Thank you.
Ma'am, my
Very nice.
advice for everyone is try to talk on some funny topics, ma'am. Like why serious topics?
Because right
Different.
now I don't know, like
Just,
I am just as Shailendra said, I am also following the war not very closely because I really don't get time to even look at the news nowadays, but
Yeah,
it's so
with friends
devastating.
we talk
but ma'am,
funny
I
topics
think
on.
it depends. Like the job I'm attached with, so we have to see whenever we go to office and we get
It's
some
not
mail.
just about,
So
yes, absolutely correct. Like I understand because of your job, but even like to think that there are people who are in such conditions in 2022, and it's not like it was a conflict that was ongoing, it was a sudden thing. So people who were just having normal daily life, just like us, all of a sudden they are separated, the entire family is broken, they have gone for war, they are facing these kind of problems where they are going into bomb shelters and staying there without food, without water for weeks. So just to think that this is happening in the world
ma'am,
in the
one of
20th
my
century
friend,
is just
he
heartbreaking.
one of my friend, he was in Ukraine. It's about 6 months. He's going to get the degree of pilot. So now it has been finished everything for him.
So like you can understand like the devastation, it's not just it's not just confined to that little country of Ukraine, it is like it's all over the world. If Ukraine is being attacked, you have
The
to understand that the entire world is not safe, no one is safe.
globalization. That's what we call globalization right now.
Right. No, like I just feel like it's so difficult to even process this idea that our idea of safety is so fragile. We just feel that
Absolutely,
we
ma'am.
are safe, but actually we are
We are
not.
not. We are not.
Right. So it's very difficult for me to personally digest this fact.
Ma'am,
Like
what we call Sarnathi, ma'am?
Samadhi.
No, Sarnathi, ma'am. They shifted to Poland. They live in a rent. What we call, ma'am? There is one word.
Sanarthi. I don't know what you're saying, Isha.
Refugee.
Refugees. Refugees.
Yes, ma'am. They become like a refugee, ma'am.
Can you imagine, like your entire house, your family, everything is taken away from you and you become this refugee. So your entire life that you had built from scratch, आपने जो मेहनत करके बनाया है, everything is taken away.
Also destroyed by the Russians.
Right.
House,
And like
cars,
you have
land
nothing.
properties,
Like you
everything.
did
They are
nothing. Like one day you woke up
nothing.
and all of a sudden this is happening. And you have no role in that. You didn't do anything actively to promote this war or to instigate those people to start the war. Right?
Just what you want to live with peace. That's it.
Yes,
No, no.
exactly. Exactly. You know, like, kya hi kar sakte hai? The world is a bad place. But yes, I could see Raji's hand was up. Raji wanted to say something.
Ma'am,
Yes,
It
Isha?
was really very intense conversation, but though
Right.
it's very useful. I enjoyed the
Very, very.
conversation because
Right.
I am not updated with this. I'm also not watching. I'm not into, but with their conversation and little bit idea, I really enjoyed. But over the coffee, generally we don't discuss such type of
No, no,
conversation.
you can maybe you, if you're talking to a friend.
Because I'm happy that I'm not paired with both of them. Really
Raju would
very
have been
intense.
scared.
Ma'am,
No, like the conditions are so dire. Yes, yes, Shailendra.
Manly
Ma'am,
conversation, ma'am.
you gave me coffee, ma'am. If you instead of coffee, if you gave me some different drink, ma'am, this conversation would have been so much better.
So much better, like funny. It would have been a funny conversation.
Yeah.
If
Ma'am, just
Shailendra
one
would have
thing
gotten
I
some other
observed.
kind of drinks, then he would have had a nice conversation. Yes, Rajiv?
Ma'am, two things I observed in the conversation, ma'am. First thing is, we have to decrease or we have to reduce our expenses.
Yes. We
What
do
is
need
that,
to.
ma'am?
I feel that everyone, irrespective of whether there is war or not, we should try and reduce our expenses.
Reduce,
Especially
right? We
the
can't
unnecessary expenses.
That is one, and being optimistic. Can we use? You thought that being optimistic. I heard that phrase, ma'am. So
Yes.
To being optimistic means it's one time. You are not always optimist, but there is one situation where you are acting optimist.
No, not necessarily. You can say being optimistic is his nature.
Okay, ma'am.
So then
Yes,
it
ma'am.
is not a one-time thing.
Yeah, like we
But
say.
in this situation, yes. Zishan was trying to say that we have to be optimistic, or being optimistic is our only option right now.
Yeah, that is correct.
Or we can say
Okay.
optimism
What
is
is,
our
ma'am,
only option.
pessimistic? Something he said.
Pessimistic.
Negative.
Pessimistic. Yes, negative. Pessimistic का मतलब negative. Optimistic का मतलब positive.
Great conversation, ma'am. They
Right,
really
very
spoke
nice.
very
Yes,
well.
and especially both of them, they speak really well. Chaliye, very nice, guys. Really well done. We will move on to the next person, that is Dipali and Meera. Yes, guys, ready? Dipali and Meera?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Chaliye, let's start then. Something maybe a little lighter,
Okay, ma'am.
not about the war. Okay, you can start, guys.
Hello, Deepali.
Hi, Meera.
Yeah. What is today's plan? Are you free?
Yeah, I am free, and I haven't planned anything right till now. What you can say?
Um, are you agree if we go on coffee?
You can ask, would you like to go to, would you like to have
Cafe?
some coffee with me? Okay.
With me? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, definitely, Meera. We can go for coffee as we haven't talked for a long time. So we would have a nice conversation over coffee and we can sit together for a while.
Okay. Then in the evening, 4 o'clock. Are you ready?
Definite. Yes, done.
Okay, okay. In which cafe would you like to go?
A cafe, cafe right behind my house. We can meet there.
Okay.
So
Yes, Dipali, you just wanted to ask her out. You have to talk to her as well.
yes, ma'am. So Meera, have you been to any movie or market these days?
Recently,
No,
have you been to any movies recently?
Have you been to any movie recent?
No, Deepali, because means these days my daughter is going to enrolled in medical college, so I'm waiting for her second counseling. So and I am doing preparation for going her. So I cannot give time. I have no time to watch movie. And yes, I go for shopping 2-3 times because I have purchased some things for my daughter. And have you seen movie in these days?
Yes, Meera. Actually, after lockdown, we haven't watched any movie for 2 to 3 years, because after lockdown we haven't gone to theater. But nowadays everything is opening. School and colleges are also opening, and even theaters are open. So I plan to go to watch a movie. So recently I watch a new movie, that is Gangubai.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I have listened about that movie, and
I have
I think
heard about that film.
I have heard about that movie, and I think in this movie actor is Alia Bhatt movie.
Yes,
I
the
think this
actress
is.
is Alia Bhatt. The protagonist is played by Alia Bhatt.
Yes, yes, Alia
Um,
Bhatt. Usually I don't. Uh, uh, I'm not very. मैम क्या बोलेंगे, बहुत पसंद नहीं करती हूँ in a
Usually,
nice
I do
word.
not watch movies, or I'm not a movie fanatic. But yes, I
Yes.
like this movie, or I want to watch this.
Yes, yes. I am not a movie fanatic, but I liked her acting and her dress up and her makeup in this movie, and I liked her, Alia Bhatt, in this movie. And movie is also good, one time watch movie. So after a long time, I have really enjoyed some time, and I spent some time in mall also, and I did some purchasing also. So after a long time, I had some hangout and some good mood, and I was in some good mood, because for long, because we are hearing because after lockdown we just got the news of war, so everything is getting so worse around everywhere. So I really, when I got some time to enjoy and spend some time for spend, and I get a chance to spend some time, some quality time with my family. So I really enjoyed a lot.
Yes, Dipali means in world means this is very critical condition of means Russia and Ukraine. I also know about innocent people facing different type of problems, and as you know that means many medical students they cannot come in India. So and means in corona we have faced means financial problem. Means every person have to face a financial problem, and as you know that Russia is a means a big country, and it is means also a raw oil source. So I think we have to face means financial problem in your future, because
Okay, guys,
everything.
conclude. Yes, Dipali and Meera, conclude kijiye. Very nice.
So Mira, as we are looking, we are coming across the news all over, from all over the world, that the condition is very worse. But we are here to enjoy our coffee. So uh, let's talk over some good and light. Sorry, we had good conversation over some other things. So I like our meeting, and we will continue it for next time.
So you can simply say,
Dipali,
let's
nice to
meet
meet
again.
you, Dipali, and we will meet once again.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Dipali and Meera, very well done. Very well done. Okay, guys. And बस
Yes,
practice करते रहिए. Very nicely spoken. Okay. थोड़ा इधर उधर grammar थोड़ा सा हो रहा था, but fine. It is completely fine if you are practicing. Okay.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Both of you, very nice. Meera, you were speaking like about films, and all of a sudden you went to war. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, means every Indian thinking about the war,
Yes,
ma'am,
very
because
true.
ma'am,
Very true.
it may be possible that means it convert in world war, ma'am. Agar if NATO will involve in this, ma'am.
Yes, yes. If NATO
So
gets
means
involved in
yes,
this,
ma'am.
then
It
it
is
might.
serious, ma'am. Serious
It's very
issue,
serious,
ma'am, for
definitely,
world,
definitely.
ma'am.
And what you were saying actually about the students, you know, the condition of Indian students was so bad.
Ma'am,
Like,
here means Russia means here we can see Russia is showing their power, superpower, ma'am. So I
Right.
think it
Right,
should
right. I
not
do
be
understand.
happen,
I do
ma'am. Yes,
understand.
ma'am.
Yes, Meera, absolutely. It is on all of the, like everyone's mind, not just Indians, like all over the world, everyone is concerned about the situation. But yes, well spoken, guys. Nicely expressed your thoughts and everything. Just thoda sa practice kijiye. I think it will be much better. Okay, Dipali and Meera?
Yes, yes,
Very
yes,
nice,
ma'am.
very nice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Chili, after that, we have Isha and Shweta, guys. Ready? Shweta, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Chaliye, guys, you can start.
Yes, ma'am.
Isha, your voice is breaking.
Ma'am, they're just like neighbors, ma'am. Neighbors used to love talk normally. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, am I
Yeah,
audible?
I'm not able to hear. Yes, yes.
Isha, your voice is breaking a lot.
Okay, ma'am. Then give it other person to
No, no,
join.
now it's
Oh,
okay.
now it's clear. Yes, now it's clear. Okay, let's start. Let's start. Isha and Shweta, let's start.
Okay, ma'am. We are neighbors. Okay. Are you okay with Sweta?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Hi, Sweta. What are you doing?
Hi, Isha. I'm nothing. I just I came out for seeing what is going around in our neighbors. That's why I came outside my home.
You know,
So,
I
what
was
are you doing now?
actually I was just hanging out my clothes
Sorry.
outside now, and during winter it's very. I'm just hanging out my clothes on the hanger. Actually, during winter it's very hard to dry the clothes. So it takes more than one day to dry the clothes.
Yeah, even I have the same situation. All the winter clothes are there, and I need to wash it, and then again I need to put in my almirah. So for that also I need at least 2 days, and I am thinking when I should go for this. When I should plan for this. Still struggling for time. So yeah, even I have to do these work.
Yeah, actually, I have started cleaning my clothes. Now it's winter has finished now almost. So my whole balcony is fully occupied with winter clothes. So I have to fold the clothes and keep in the upper almirah. So for 9 months we don't need winter wear. So it occupied our main wardrobe and closet. So it's better to keep on the upper upper stair on the upper stair of the almirah.
Okay,
Not
I
upper stair of the almirah. No, okay. Isha, so you can say that I'll pack them away or I'll put them on the top shelf of the almirah. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. I packed them away actually. Okay.
Yeah, I'll actually my kids are very young, no, so and now also in evening they feel cold. So I've been thinking that I will do it after Holi, after March. So that will be fine for
No,
them.
you there are so many winter wears you have. Why don't you keep some hoodies and light winter clothes for them?
Yeah,
And they
that's what I told, right, Isha. I have to pack all the things, but I didn't find time for doing this
I
work.
can understand you have a kids.
Yeah.
It's very hard to handle kids, especially and
Yes.
during pandemics they are not going to school. So how will you manage your kids?
Yeah,
How do you
yeah.
manage your kids?
So what did you think about evening? Will you go for walk?
Yeah, of course. Let's go for at 7 and after 8 p.m. I will have my dinner and then we can go for a walk. And especially Shweta, I just want to talk about something. Actually, I want to repaint my house. And my living room is looking so dull. So I want to get some renovation. So, so would you like to paint your house?
Not now. Actually, I do for in Diwali time. So I think this is the good time for yourself because you didn't do for from last 3 years. You have not been done. You have not done since last 3 years. So might be this will good for this. This is good time for you because there will be summer season also, and it will dry soon. So it will look good. And in this season when you'll paint it.
Actually,
So
I want your help. Actually, I'm not able to select the colors. Which color is good for summer time?
Yeah, I think we will sit together after some time. Might be in evening when while walking, we can choose those colors and we can speak on that. It will be fine for you. Is it fine for you?
Of course. Do one thing. We can go to the painter shop, and that place we can choose the colors. They will give us lot of option. So
Yeah,
do
they will give pamphlet, and we can we can take that pamphlet, and we can choose those color in home itself. Don't means we will not waste time there. We will come home and we'll sit together and we'll choose the color.
I was thinking I want to give a contemporary look, and white, pink, all these colors are very dull and monotonous. So I want to give
Yeah.
some fresh color to my house. So whenever I sit, I don't feel very good and energetic because of the my color house paint is not good actually.
Yeah, we will sit together and we will choose the
Okay,
color.
guys, you
And
can conclude.
yes, yes. Yeah. So we will meet in evening and we will go for walk, and that time we will select all the colors.
Yeah, sure. Just
Yeah.
thank you so much, Sveta.
Thank you. Thank you, Isha. Okay.
Very nice. Very nice, Isha and Shweta. Very well done. I really liked how you said that. Isha said that, when you don't have good colors in your room or even in the house, it can make your mood like change. So certain colors can influence how you feel,
I love
your moods, right? So that's a really good point, actually, Isha. Very well done. Both of you guys need to work on sentence structure. Okay, like you guys are speaking really well, you have good content and you're speaking with such confidence and nice flow, but thoda sa sentence structure or thoda sa solid hona chahiye. Okay.
Ma'am,
Yes.
whenever we know the grammars, when we able to speak and we can elaborate the conversation, when it comes to sentence formation, ma'am, I just feel like I'm lagging behind.
Right. For sentence structure, Isha, that is why I'm saying, you see, you have done tenses with me. You have done, we are doing a conditional sentences, right? All these come under syntax and inflection, right? So parts of speech ab chhod dijiye. Parts of speech was just so that you can understand syntax and inflection. But inflection और syntax हम start कर रहे हैं, तो अब आप sentence formation पे ज़्यादा जोर दीजिए. For example, if you take like एक पार्ट लीजिए, सोचिए सिंपल प्रेजेंट लेंगे, उसका एक पॉइंट लेंगे कि यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ्स, और फिर उससे हम 10 सेंटेंस बनाएंगे और फिर कोशिश करेंगे ये समझने का कि यस
Ma'am, sentence should be big so I can learn.
Yes, try using longer sentences and try learning like जो भी हमने किया है tenses और ये conditional sentences ही हमने किए हैं. I don't think we have done anything else. Clauses, phrases, thoda sa we have done, so you can also do that. So those come under syntax, right? So in सबको कीजिए. Inflection और syntax के अंदर जो आ रहा है, उन सब में आप sentence formation try कीजिए.
Ma'am, I have to make the sentence on the basis of present tense, past and future like this.
Yes. हर एक का एक point ले लेके sentence बनाइए. It's not even कि आज simple past बना रहे हैं, आज simple present. No, take each point कि simple present में क्या rules आ रहे हैं, किस चीज पे हम simple present का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. उसमें थोड़ा सा you have to invest your time now. Isha, you are at a point where you are speaking well, you understand grammar and everything. I know, but you are not like थोड़ा सा और invest करना होगा time in the language.
I'm making the conversations like basic conversation.
Right. So usko to take it to the next level, you have to look at the sentence structure a little better. Okay.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Ye or conversations, series, films, recreating those conversations. Someone says something in the series, you try and copy that in front of the mirror in the same tone, in the same way, and you think, where can I use this? When I am speaking to someone, can I actually use this sentence? Can I actually use this conversation? So you try and think more about the language. Okay, Isha and Meera, both of you guys.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, well done. Both of you, very good. Very well done. Yes, Raji has something to say. Yes, Raji.
Yes. Ma'am, instead of pamphlet, can we say brochure?
Pamphlet ki jagah pe brochure. Yes, but it is not a brochure. The one that is provided, it is neither a brochure nor a pamphlet. Yes.
Color board, ma'am.
Then
yes, I think it's called a color board or something else. I forgot the exact term. Yes,
booklet. Can we say booklet?
Ma'am, color
Booklet.
pamphlet, I think. Color.
Yes, you can
color
say a
list.
booklet of colors, but it's more like, the sample colors are available there. So it's neither a brochure. Brochure is basically where information is given about a particular institute or something, anything about a particular course, and information will be given there. Okay.
Oh, okay, ma'am.
So
Got it.
this you can say the sample colors have arrived. They have sent the booklet of the sample colors. This is fine. All right.
Yes, ma'am. And one more doubt, ma'am.
Yes, Raj.
It's not related with conversation. Just the situation we were discussing in one of the classes. The invigilator, he was checking. He was looking at the student when he was in the class. He was. So what is the sentence? One sentence I know, ma'am. He's keeping eye on the student.
He's keeping his eyes on the student. He's keeping an eye on the student, but not he's keeping eyes on the student. Keeping eyes on someone, or that is very different. That is like kind of a wrong. It has a negative connotation. Okay, Raji.
Okay. So, ma'am, what did you say? Could you please repeat?
Keeping an eye on someone, मतलब किसी पर पहरेदारी करना. Keeping his eyes on someone. I'm keeping my eyes on you. It means I am looking at you. I'm like.
But, ma'am, if I want to use simple verbs, so how it will be? In what,
want to say
watch, see, and look. Out of these, which verb is perfect in that scenario, ma'am?
Yes, he was.
I just got confused because the sentence provided was he was watching over the students.
Yes, you can say he was watching over the students. That is absolutely correct. Okay. He was watching over. Again, watching over means kind of like trying to, थोड़ा सा किसी पे नजर रखना. Spotting, glimpsing, noticing, no. Sight, pick out, spy, distinguishing, behold, mark, note. You can also say that he was noting his movements. The invigilator was noting my movement. So it basically means that he was looking at me directly. Okay.
So for everyone, if I want to say, he was looking at this. He was looking at the class.
No, you will say he was invigilating the class.
Okay.
Simple. He was invigilating the class. That can work as a verb, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Invigilation can also work as a verb.
Okay, ma'am. That's
okay. Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Shailendra?
Ma'am, he was having a hawk eye on the student.
Yes, he was not having a hawk eye. You can say he was, he had, not really, we do not really use it in this sense, we use it as an adjective. For example, I can say something like that invigilator, he has hawk eyes. It means कि वो हर चीज देखता रहता है, so do not cheat, right? So we use it more as an adjective rather than like in this way. I think it is, you are trying to make it work as an adverb. You understand, Shailendra?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, that will work if you want to say someone has hawk eyes. Another very interesting thing, not related to this, because you said hawk, we sometimes also say that someone has a nose like a hawk. So if someone has a big nose, in India, we usually say a parrot nose, but elsewhere it is also called a hawk-like nose, because the hawk's beak is also very big and kind of like bulging to the front. So that can also be said. Not a good thing, just trying to tell you guys. Okay, chaliye. Very nice, Meera and Dipali, thank you. I'm sorry, Isha and Shweta, thank you. We will move on to the next person, that is Vaishnavi and Padma. Ready, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's start quickly, chaliye.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Padma. How are you?
I'm fine, Vaishnavi. How are you?
Yes, I'm too good, Padma. What about you?
I want to talk to you because we want to meet any place like over coffee. Are you free in the evening?
Yes, yes, Padma. Can you read this today's news? Girls starting with the CPU classes in physical. Can you read?
No, I don't. I did not read that news.
Because it's very seriously news, something like that.
Oh. Because nowadays I am little busy because I want to throw a party for my sister. So I am planning for that party. So can you suggest me anything about party?
Okay, okay.
I want to your suggestion.
Okay, okay. You are enjoying in your party?
I am planning how to
How
prepare
to
my
arrange the
party,
party?
arrange the party, what item what type of food and like this.
Oh, okay. You are planning. Oh,
Yes, yes.
very nice, Padma. Which party?
Her birthday party.
Third birthday party. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
And she is making cake very well, my sister. So I want for her a different type of cake because she knows very well how to make cake and like this.
your sister birthday is Mira? Hey, Padma.
Yes, yes, my sister's birthday.
Okay. Hmm.
So I invite I will invite some of my friend and some of her best friend only.
Okay, Padma. So,
Mm.
uh, you have ready to your sister gift?
Yes, yes. I yesterday I bought for her.
Okay.
I bought
I bought some gifts for her.
I bought some gift for her. I bought for her a wristwatch.
Watch.
Yes, yes. Because
Oh,
she likes that watch. I know earlier.
which company? Watch.
Fossil. I bought for Fossil brand.
Oh, it is very good brand,
Good. And little expensive, but I bought for her
Okay. So tomorrow is birthday? Yeah.
tomorrow. Yes, yes, tomorrow is her birthday.
Okay.
Okay,
You
guys, if you want, you can conclude. Okay, if you're not getting any more points, then you can conclude.
Do you suggest me something for new? Nowadays, what is going on in new? I don't know more about like any drink I can put in the party. I can.
yes, Padma, you can go. Your sister is very happily for your gift. It is very nice.
Okay. Okay, Vaishnavi. Thank you for. Uh,
Thank you for
we are.
meeting with me. Thank you for having coffee
Thank
with
you for
me.
having coffee with me and
And your suggestion for me. Thank you, Padma.
thank you. Thank you very much.
Very nice, very nice. Well done, Padma and Vaishnavi. But yes, you guys have to practice more. Okay,
Yes,
content
ma'am.
thoda aur badhana padega.
Yes,
Right? So speak a little bit in front of the mirrors every day. 5-10 minutes. ज़्यादा तो time नहीं लगता है. 5 minutes करके भी बोलेंगे. It's more than enough. Right? Pick any topic or speak about what you did in the entire day. Yes.
I thought Vaishnavi will give me some suggestion
More suggestions.
suggestion. Yes, that's why I started about party.
You know, that is why it is called the art of conversation, because it is an art. बिना
Yes,
आर्ट के आप कन्वर्सेशन नहीं लाइक
नहीं कर
चलाना भी
सकते.
एक बहुत बड़ी बात होती है कन्वर्सेशन को,
Yes, ma'am.
right? To
Yes.
hold that conversation properly and to continue speaking is also a big art. So yes, both of you 5 minutes daily in front of mirror. You can speak about your entire day. You can pick a topic and speak on that. You can watch a video, then try and speak on that, anything you want. But 5 minutes you have to speak in English in front of the mirror.
Thank you, Vaishnavi.
Guys,
Ma'am.
very nice, very nice. Padma and Vaishnavi, really well done. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I have one question.
Yes, yes. पूछिए.
I am not one sentence converse मतलब मैं जो मुश्किल ये रहता है ना वर्ड्स वो मतलब ठीक से नहीं बोल पाती तो मैं मतलब मैं कैसे प्रैक्टिस करूँ?
सब हो जाएगा. Okay, Vaishnavi, don't worry about those things. Those things will come naturally and slowly. पहले आप बस प्रैक्टिस कीजिए स्पीकिंग. ऑलराइट?
Yes, ma'am.
पहले आप बस स्पीकिंग प्रैक्टिस कीजिए, लाइक पूरे दिन में आपने क्या क्या किया वो रात को मिरर के सामने खड़े होकर खुद को ही बताइए. आई वेंट टू द मॉल टुडे, आई मेट माय फ्रेंड्स, आई हैड सम कुकीज विद देम, देन वी वेंट फॉर अ सिनेमा, आई लव्ड द फिल्म, इट वाज रियली गुड, देन वी केम आउट, हैड सम टी. जो भी आपने किया है पूरे दिन में ऐसे आप बोलेंगे मिरर के सामने 5 मिनट्स डेली.
मैम
ओके,
आप बोल रहे हो तो ऐसे लगता है कि दिस इज वेरी इजी है. वी कैन व्हेन आई वी स्पीक, हम लोग बोलते हैं तो वी स्टक, भूल जाते हैं.
हाँ तो भूल जाएंगे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है ना. सब खिड़की दरवाजा सब बंद करके अकेले बोलिए मिरर के सामने, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अकेले बोल रहे तो देयर इज नो फियर, राइट?
श्योर मैम, श्योर.
बिल्कुल ट्राई कीजिए. 5 मिनट्स कुछ भी हो जाए, रुकना ही नहीं है. कुछ भी गलत
Okay,
भी बोले डजंट मैटर, बट बोलना है. ओके,
Ma'am,
जस्ट ट्राई दिस. यस शैलेंद्र?
ma'am, I have one more advice for English speaking.
Yes, definitely.
Ma'am, recently, ma'am, I have invented one tablet. If you add this tablet in your coffee, you will be able to speak English in no time.
Shailendra,
there
I
is-
don't want your like product pitches in my class.
Ma'am,
Shailendra is
there is-
always pitching weird things in the class.
Ma'am, there are 3 types of tablet, ma'am: Indian English, British English, American English. Indian English 10,000 rupees, British English 20, and American 30,000. And ma'am, this is
American से
only.
ज्यादा तो British is more much more better than the American English.
But Shailendra, ma'am always teach us why you buy any tablet.
Shailendra's
No, no,
tablets are complete fraud. I know they won't work.
So it is very easy. You just add it in your coffee or tea. You will be able to speak English.
No, I don't
Shailendra
want that.
always has weird product pitches that he puts in the class. Yes, Shailendra,
No,
how do you come up
ma'am-
with such weird products?
Ma'am, actually, ma'am, I got this idea after watching ma'am Shark Tank. So ma'am,
Everyone is getting pitching ideas nowadays after watching Shark Tank. पता नहीं क्या क्या अजीब अजीब ideas लोगों को आता है. Yes.
Then you already use Shailendra.
Yes,
Yeah,
Shailendra,
that's
then you
why-
should use.
that's why I'm speaking Indian English.
Alright, why aren't you using the British one then? That is much better, right?
Ma'am, when I will get visa of Britain, then I will eat that.
I'm
tablet.
sure by selling your products, you will get the visa very soon. You'll be able to afford to go everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, very nice product, Shailendra. Go and pitch
Thank
in
you.
Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, chaliye. Well done, Dipali and Vaishnavi and Padma and Shailendra. Thank you so much for your pitch. We will move to Reena and Shima. Yes, Reena and
Yes, ma'am.
Shima, guys, ready? Yes. Where is Shima? Shima is not there. Reena, I
Yeah, ma'am,
can't
I'm
hear
here.
you. Okay, Shima is there. But Reena, I can't hear you. Your voice is cracking.
Yes,
along.
ma'am.
Okay, I can hear you. Let's start. Chaliye.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hi, Reena. Yeah. Hi.
Hello,
How are you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm also good. What about you?
Yes, I am also good. And today I'm going to make cold coffee. If you have a time, then you come here.
Yeah. Definitely. Actually, nowadays I'm getting bored, so I would like to come with you.
Yes, sure. So I'm waiting for you.
Oh, do you know about any cafe?
No.
Okay. So where I have to go?
Yes, I'm going to make cold coffee in my house. Then I am free here, so only I or you will sit here and we will talk with topic. Something.
Yeah.
Yes, I will. We will discuss something. So please come here.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to come in your house and have to take a
Come to
coffee.
your house.
Come to your house